Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Laughable Odds.
Hi.
I'm Zach Caterly, and I'm alive. We are joined by the fantastic crew of Christy, Noah, Eli, Nick, and Judah, playing D&D 5th edition. And we stream every Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch and YouTube. You can find all of our previous videos on YouTube under Laughable Odds. And shortest intro ever.
Yeah. Big sad Isaac can't be here.
Yes.
Passed away.
Hello from the other side.
At the bottom.
For legal reasons, that is a joke.
Yes.
We need a cardboard cutout. Just stick him over there.
That'd be so funny.
Do I still have the Gojo puppet?
I saw it downstairs the other week.
Dang.
So I think it might have been.
Because I'd honestly just give that to you and you could be him.
Cade, can you stop being such an asshole?
That's canon. So, without further ado, grab your snacks and get ready for an unforgettable adventure. This is Zenith with Laughable Odds.
Woo!
Yay! We did it.
Yippee!
Alright,
It's a rugged week. Not playing.
right? That was kind of forever.
It felt like forever.
Yeah.
So long.
So, last time, you guys built a city. From the
I was trying so hard not to do that.
You guys took and originated the city of Brightwood, founding House Aurelius's future, and setting up Cedric for success. In the process, you guys paved some pretty significant differences from the choices and items and decisions that you guys had. So, some list of them that were some pretty big improvements and changes were the taming and utilization of the wyverns as a resource, and also being able to tap into more of the natural resources more than just the agriculture and the farmland. So those were big milestones, but not nearly as big as inventing a clock tower to track the hours and minutes of the day where the time you guys were from 200 years in the future, there wasn't that. So using, your creative player knowledge and a super high roll, you guys made something to track time. A giant clock tower. And with that, have sprung this house into a very notable position to be the first to launch forward into what's not even existing 200 years in the future. So, an incredibly hard DC and overall a pivotally changing moment in history. You all have then, after...
Sorry. I just remembered that the dragon specifically told us not to do that. We should go back and rub it in his face.
We can do it right now. We're still here.
Yeah. And so you guys were able to use one of the major scholars and wizards that had been brought over for the academy and doing the teleportation circle inscribing in Brightwood to be able to teleport you guys to the Temple of Eternal Sands, and then for him to leave.
Temple
Now-
of Turtle Sand.
He does know the location of it. And you probably could have taken the, materials from him to keep him from having that easily of a lock, but you'd be one of the only people to know about that temple. However...
He can't get in. It's fine.
Right. So, you guys went inside after he left. And went ahead and used without talking to the time dragon, went ahead and used the temple and pulled back the future. The future one instead of the past one 2 times. But on the second time, you held it back a little bit short, so it wouldn't be the total exact time. And before hitting the present button and having that thrust through time, successfully moving back to the future some 200 years. You're unsure how on target you are, but you definitely don't feel like you could be far off. You looked at your gauntlets and you saw the time and the clock on it. Mm-hmm. Said, okay, we've definitely done something different. And you sent a message to Cade. And Cade went, oh man, you guys have changed a lot of things. Come see me as soon as possible. And that's where we left off. You guys are still in the temple.
I guess we could send a message to Wheels and see exactly how long it's been since we've been gone.
Well, you know what I was just thinking is, what if we haven't gone yet?
That's a good point. Do the gauntlets have a date on them?
They do not.
Brain hurting.
Yeah, I feel a lot.
Do we remember what day we even left?
Nope.
I would.
You would.
I have a feat for that. Or a racial feature, technically, but
Alright.
We just send to somebody who's not that important and ask what the day is. I feel like Wheels will get concerned if we're asking her what day it is, you know?
do we think the time dragon
Let's
would
just
answer
penny.
that question for us?
No.
He won't answer any questions.
I knew the answer before I asked, but I figured I'd
I
pose
really
the
don't want to
question.
talk to him again.
You guys also remember when y'all talked to him last, there was a lot you hadn't learned or discovered or even met Cedric yet. And now you have done so much. How much more could he tell you now? Before, how much would have been affected by him telling you anything?
Right.
So much.
Guys, the voices are back. They're telling us to talk to the time.
I'm sorry. Y'all usually
Go talk to the time dragon! The DM said calmly.
It probably could.
only if you think it's useful. I don't care.
Let's go talk to the time dragon.
Time
I think
dragon!
the time dragon wants to talk to us.
Let's go have a conversation. Let's have a little chat.
So you guys pull the two levers. You open up the door,
Levers
Oh, yeah, for the-
To get back
To
into
get into the main chamber.
Yeah, we do that.
and you see the giant hourglass.
I'll climb inside. I'll climb inside
Is it
first.
still broken?
It's still broken.
Okay, yeah.
We going in, boys.
Climb inside.
Let's go.
Next thing you know, everybody
As
is
soon
moved.
as we get into the hourglass, I'm stopping and I'm leaving a crowbar in the dirt to mark where the exit is.
Good. Because the eternal desert is there behind you.
Good memories.
As you guys,
my great accent before I do it. So that works.
I was walking.
as you guys
Boots were made for walking.
step forward and find an identical.
So is this wood.
We can go by our real names now. This is so nice.
That's true. I already changed them on that.
Yay!
What even is my name?
I don't remember your name, to be honest.
It's okay, it doesn't matter.
Aaron.
Aaron!
This is your opportunity to come up with a new one if you wanted
yeah,
to.
give a fifth name.
Yeah.
It's only fitting.
Stinky Ears the second.
No, it's actually Jeremy.
Oh no.
Did kill that guy?
yes, we did.
We're so fucked up, man. We did not need to. Maybe we need to kill.
No witnesses.
Fair.
Let the
Hey,
wizard
Ronnie.
go.
Well, I mean, at that point, we probably should kill Cedric too, but you're too important.
Thanks.
You guys push forward into an identical temple. The door is already open, and go through the exact same thing. Going inside, pulling the 2 levers, and accessing a giant room with this massive, familiar, Chrono-esque time dragon with this insane, massive, like, ornamental antlers and everything like that come out in horns that come up above its head. It is rather awe-inspiring in size and stature, as it seems to command the very breath in the room. It was, welcome back.
Hey there.
Good afternoon?
Well, I don't think the clock would work in here.
Afternoon?
Technically, we are outside of time in here.
Good day.
Night.
Good time, dude.
Evening.
I'm
time.
glad you think it is good.
Average
Is it not?
time.
This is a time of... It's tumultuous. It's a little... It's a bit like the sea. It's rough.
Oh.
Fair enough. My skills are rough too, so that's fair.
Yeah.
We did a bit of stuff.
Yeah. Becoming sailors.
Huh?
We are.
We're
We're
sailors?
yes.
On the seas of time.
Oh my
The sea of
God.
time.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Yar.
We started making waves on the timeline, so we're sailors now.
A couple of moat goats you are.
How do you know that term?
Well, all the ripples form into massive waves, and y'all have made a tsunami.
Oh, good.
Wonderful.
We're pretty good at swimming, so.
If only there was someone who could have told us what to do or not to do in order to avoid that. But it's fine.
If I told you what to do, you would have never done it.
So we did
That's
it.
fair.
And so therefore it is. So therefore, no problems.
Individually unique, you all are.
That wasn't.
Thanks,
I
man.
didn't want this to do with anything.
So, you come for questions.
We do. Will we get answers this time?
Got answers last time.
Got really weird answers last time.
I only guided you forward.
We're not going to go back in time again to fix whatever we did, do we? Are we?
It's up to you. However, I don't think that's the path you choose.
Oh, good. Because I'm not going back there.
No, that's a lot of. I don't want to
think
deal
it
with
would
all
help.
that. I don't want to fight another one of those weird little tree ripping like dinosaur thingies. I think it was scary.
One thing that's, with all manners of manipulation of time, when you cross the same puddle, river, current, multiple times, collisions can happen that are catastrophic. So, best never to transverse the same time and places as yourselves.
Have we already been here for the first time?
Well, of course.
Okay, so everything's happening at the same time, but
Each of you are very different than what you were the last time you were here.
No kidding.
Transversing time at a point which we have already done so actually brings us to the main question that I have. How close are we to when we left our current time?
Shy of 3 weeks.
we're late.
Later or before?
Later.
Okay, later.
Wonderful.
Hopefully, Kate double shot cross then.
Oh, yeah. Do you know if Shawcross is still...
It's
I
not-
can't even say living because she's not living.
It's not in my purview.
Fair enough. You're kind of in here, pretty hard to know, I guess.
I can see you and your experiences and where you are
Ah.
and what you have done and possibly with the sands of time. However, if she was here, I'd be able to see that too. alas.
Nothing a Senate can't fix, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I got ruined by this point.
That ended almost very poorly for
Yeah,
us last
between
time.
Blackfish, between fighting the Lich,
Yeah.
I think I've learned my lesson.
Oh, good. Until you get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, until I forget the lesson.
Yeah. I do have modified memory.
Hey, man. Don't be like your dad. Don't pull the dad card on me.
The world beyond you has changed a lot.
Because of the clock.
Yes.
So now everybody. Did we create the 5-day work week?
No.
Oh, good.
That would be far too civilized. It's like 24/7.
Oh no.
Everything's a Walmart.
Go back and kill ourselves.
Pre-COVID.
Everything's a McGuffin's. And McGuffin's is open all the
There's
time.
always 3 shifts. Productivity is the only thing that matters.
This is a perfect spot for a McGuffin's.
But the world has changed considerably, and technology has progressed fast with the ever-present stamping of time, of what is a day's time, rather than what was, around what time will we finish that day when the sun stopped or when we felt like it. Now it's this time on the dot. But what it does is push forward productivity at an unquestionable scale. Paired with magic and technology, the world you're stepping into now outside is very changed.
Oh boy.
How wise would it be to tell Silverhawk about this?
Which part?
The time travel.
The time travel part.
I don't know how much that would benefit you.
I feel like it's something she should know. She's kind of one of our strongest people in our our corner.
She might ask
Would
where
she-
we've been for 3 weeks.
We did disappear for 3 weeks.
We did disappear for 3 weeks. She probably
And-
wants answers.
And would that answer just lead for her to want to use it?
We could always just tell her no. We could just say I ate the goblet. She probably thinks I'm an idiot.
Could, yeah, that's an option. We could also tell her we had no control.
True. That's a good one. We're pretty self-conscious when we need to be.
I think the secrecy of the temple is something you should be careful with.
We could also just say that we've been hunting shellcrosses thing for 3 weeks. So.
But if you tried to send to us and got
Yeah, no one would have been able to contact us.
We searched for horror in the void.
That's fair.
Could
That's
have
fair.
taken on your namesake and too literally and been walking in the void.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, we could still probably mention we met the Queen of Night and Magic and how we got all our little powers.
True, the
Fae
Fae, the Fae is
Is she
known
st-
for
is she
having
still
weird
there,
effects
though?
on time.
Who knows?
I don't want to
The
go back.
Queen of Night and Magic is long gone in this day and age.
Dad.
Didn't make it out alive.
Poor lady.
Didn't
She-
you say that?
Extinguished just about 200 years ago.
She was nice.
Whoa.
198 years.
We met her right
By
before
who?
she
Right at the
died.
end.
The name escapes even me.
Damn.
Nobody is safe.
I mean, she knew. She said she probably wouldn't be around by our time, so
That's fair. She was nice.
she was.
Very helpful.
Do you happen to know what was the cause of the collapse of the planes?
There's a being.
Sorry. Group text happening. Nah. That's crazy. You'll have to look at your notifications to see that one. Because it's crazy, but there's no evidence once you open it.
It's gone now. I literally thought about doing that.
I did too.
Oh, I missed
Guess There's no chance of the discussion that
Yeah,
we had
probably
prior.
Did that one.
Probably not.
And then changed it.
Oh.
Lily,
Made me laugh
Lily
so hard.
did one of these
Oh.
and then
And then-
changed
oh.
it.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
That's so great.
Oh,
S tier. S tier now.
absolutely. Absolutely. That was good.
Anyway,
Sorry, that really.
there's a being.
That's okay.
There's a being.
Oh my god.
I'm so lost.
So there's
I'll show you
something.
the picture at the.
That's okay. There's something ancient, an antithesis to life.
I know about that.
Do share.
Cade mentioned it. I mean, I mentioned it to you all too. That he called me something about the font of life, something like that, and told me not to step into the void because there's something that would be searching for me there.
Mm.
I do remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, I
Now
mentioned that
that
after
you-
the whole coma and entering Cade's palace when I was as a ghost.
So I believe that had some purpose in the convergence.
Oh.
Some play in what happened.
So it's an actual being, as in it's a being that can be killed?
One should dream.
And Cade explained it as like the embodiment of death. Maybe he can be killed. But who knows?
I wonder if one day we could use this machine to go back to when, before the calamity happened.
Maybe.
Or Zenith, and stop this being from whatever it was.
Maybe that's the answer.
We'd all probably cease to exist though, right after we did it. But that's a worthy death if anything.
Very poetic.
We already have sarcophagi here in the temple,
True.
so maybe it's already happened, and that's why they're empty. In a weird twist of
Fate.
time.
Yeah, time, fate. Things are weird.
Oh, that's such a mind fuck.
It really is. You're telling me, Owen.
That probably would be our best chance of defeating whatever this thing is, though. Being implies sentience, but it doesn't necessarily imply mortality.
So what's your role here? Are you just like the guardian of this area?
I'm trapped here.
Can you get out while you're trapped? Can we get you out?
Yeah, can we get you out?
Those are words.
I have an intelligence of 20, everybody.
My king.
In time long ago, the gods captured me. And I am what powers this temple.
Oh.
Were you a naughty dragon?
Nope.
No. Naughty gods then.
They seem to be that.
Yeah.
All of them? Any specific ones?
It was a large gathering. And there are many pantheons.
What'd you do to piss off all of these gods?
It's more so what they got bored with. They wanted to see what they could do.
So they took a strong creature like you, trapped you in here.
I am one of very few time dragons. We have a special propensity with the flow of time and how to manipulate it to push people back or forward. And thus, I am locked here. But it's okay. Time for me flows differently. So while it may have been a long time, and other times it's been very short. And I get wonderful visitors.
Are we the first visitors?
No.
Let's bring food next time.
Don't hunger like others. But something tasty doesn't hurt.
Good to know.
Can manage that. Who else has come here?
Well, there was the paladins of old. The caretakers of the temple beyond. The ones that built it. The celestials that instructed them to do so. The ones that channeled the artifacts that were instructed by the gods to harness my power after I had been trapped. So it has been a quite a journey for, I guess, them.
So you spoke with the paladins of old?
Yes,
They ever say anything about an oath of providence?
never heard of it.
Oh. That brings up more questions. It's the, you might be able to tell, a bit different. You know, I wasn't wearing full plate last time I saw you.
Yes.
I took up an oath myself. And when I spoke with Cade, who you probably know of, do you?
The one who
Wait.
saved everyone
Yeah,
from
he
the
said.
void.
Yeah, he said my oath didn't exist.
And I believe him.
Yet,
New things can be birthed in time. Creation is something wonderful that we do. And it's something that you are a part of now.
okay. Yeah, no further questions on that.
What's your opinion on Cade?
Tragedy.
He's a tragedy? Or what
He's
happened?
the last of his kind.
And what is the kind?
A Veldalken.
Falcon.
Interesting.
A very, very intelligent being. And I imagine he would love the ability to go back. To save more of his kin. But alas, he is the only remainder of himself and his species. And so far, in all the time that he has ever explored and ventured out, he's never found any to survive post-convergence.
Has he been here?
It's never been here.
Well, probably shouldn't show him this place then.
It would not be wise.
Yeah.
His abilities are vast, but also his purpose ran out a long time ago. He feels unfulfilled. He sought to rescue everyone from the horrible tragedy that the void was and create a place of sanctuary, and alas, he succeeded, rescuing many of every species and furthering them on into existence, keeping them from being snuffed out and going extinct, all but his own, except for himself. And therefore, if he removes himself from the world, his species ceases to exist. So it's a cruel punishment. Save everyone else and can't save yourself.
Interesting. We're going to go talk to him after this. I met him in the past. And he promised to help us.
Well, if anything, you've probably ignited something inside him with purpose that he hasn't had. However, I bet he's gone a little crazy in 200 years, waiting.
I imagine most people would. I feel crazy even now.
He's gonna ask about the time traveling. We can't show him this place, I don't think.
No, we cannot.
That's worrisome.
Is there a reasonable explanation you feel we could give for time travel outside of the temple?
we could be honest with him. Tell him that we found a place that had this strange magic, but have been very specifically instructed to keep it hidden for the safety of literally everyone in existence.
That's probably fair. For anyone, he would understand it.
His great propensity for care. So, I imagine there would be some things respected. However, you can always take safe measures, and you have keys. You can come up with a plan to make that more secure.
True, we did almost get robbed of one of them.
We did.
But it also needs your blood, so it would have to be either all of you captured and used against your will, or what?
Needs all
Nothing
of our
else.
blood specifically?
Yes, this was crafted for you all.
That's good information to have.
Alright, did not know that.
I honestly just assumed it would work with anyone's blood.
Me too. That's fair. That's good to know. Well, shoot.
So don't donate blood.
I'm more negative.
Even if they offer you $20 gift card, don't do it.
Considering the level of healing abilities that magic gives, I don't know that that's even something that would exist.
No,
This,
it does.
I suppose for vampires and
It's
such.
a thriving market.
Yeah.
Adrian.
We should check in on him.
I need that belt back. It'd be way more useful now than it was before.
Wonder if that would work if we're outside of time.
I don't think we could send to him now. It'd be really weird.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, when did he get that message? Like 10 years in the future? Or 10
The
years?
message just gets extended and then squished, and he can't understand anything that we
I
say.
already overwhelmed.
Well,
Belt.
belt. That was funny. Well, I don't think I have any other questions.
Yep, I'm out of them.
We gotta keep this place safe. Find out. I guess we can investigate the key of this place and see if the jars can be turned into something else, a little bit more conspicuous. I don't know.
They already have some sort of anti-divination enchantment, so I
Right.
assume we couldn't get another enchantment to keep them, make them to where we could summon them at will or things of that nature.
I could put
I
mine in
don't
stone
think-
box.
Oh. It's a possibility.
I could just do that right now.
They would also have to know the location of this place, so
Which only really technically like a court wizard, like descendant might know of. Because did we ever get our rock back?
it's not that important.
Plus it's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not outside the temple.
I'll grab a vial and get some sand and just there we go.
Hey, I do have a scroll of planeshift.
Well, I guess I'll actually get it whenever we leave.
Right, yeah.
That's probably better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't have any other questions. We should get out of here.
Yeah, I was gonna say out of Cade.
I have some unrelated questions. Can you tell me what happened to the gods? Where they are?
Some still exist. Others have been killed. But there is no realm. There just is. There's no separation. Some exist in Zenith.
What are they, hardy mortals?
Some have had stripped away the bulk of their powers with the lack thereof followers.
Huh.
Many different pantheons and types.
It's not daunting at all to just have gods unrestrained,
Like gallivanting
just
around.
amongst us.
Some you would never ever cross paths with. Have any of you been to the Angel District?
Nope. Not yet.
Cade isn't a god, is he?
No.
Okay. He's just a normal guy.
Not normal.
Is he a wizard like me?
He is very learned.
This guy.
Expertise into divination.
So much like Malgathor, don't have him read our future thingy.
Yeah. That is very important. Get it?
Yes.
Important.
Ah.
Little divination joke for you.
You're getting good at those.
I have a lot of questions, but most of which I can't put to words right now. I don't have enough information to be able to ask them at all, let alone in a way that would be plausible for any sort of answers. So, thank you.
If we one more question, just a very technical question. If we were to teleport, are we able to teleport into the actual temple, or is that blocked by teleportation? So
It
would have
is
to be outside?
not able to be teleported into.
Good to know. All right. That's a future me problem, but better ask now.
Anything else we should know before going back out?
Again, like before, I can tell you much of ambiguity and not specific detail about what you will experience, but more akin to what you have. So if you have questions or clarity about what's now or past, easier to discuss. But your future is an ever-changing possibility. So while I see 10 different options, one may be more heavily weighted than the others. But by revealing any of them, it changes the scale.
Did you have any messages you wanted to tell anybody out there since you are unable to communicate?
If you ever come across another time dragon, maybe they know how to get out of this.
Keep our eyes open. What was his name? Do you remember?
This dragon? We
Yeah.
never got his name.
What was your name?
We asked last time, but he
Roxthos.
didn't tell us.
Roxthos. How do you spell
Roxthos.
that? Nice.
And here's a show and I still don't know.
Cool. Well, thank you, Roxthos. Hopefully he won't be here forever.
Just but a small amount of time.
Creepy.
Creepy, yeah. Well, if we come here again anytime soon, I'll try to remember to bring you a steak.
Sounds great.
No problem, man.
Alright. We'll take our leave.
Yeah, pleasure seeing you. Let's close the doors on the way out of here.
Yeah. For sure.
Alright, guess we'll leave then. Close the
You
doors.
guys leave, close the doors, head back into the temple, make it back to the pulling up the crowbar, and you're still in the temple. What's the
Alright.
next play?
Well, I can get us to the human district. Possibly. If the teleportation circle is finished. I just learned how to do it.
Yes, we could.
Does that get us? Oh, well,
That takes us.
I suppose before I pose that question, Cade said to come talk to him as soon as possible. Is right now as soon as possible, or do we have other things we need to do first?
I would head by Chino. But teleporting to the human district might not be a horrible idea.
I mean, it would probably be safer to travel through the human district than the Giants district.
We
We
do
all-
still have our Chino
True.
gauntlets.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
Yes, you can teleport
Oh my god, we can send her these
twice a
things.
day safely
Yeah.
with those. Send once.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So if we wanted to pick up our well-earned cash from the human district or leave it,
Isn't that in the Wizard Bank? Isn't that in like the...
Yeah.
Central Trading.
Yeah, it's in the CTHG.
oh, is it?
Yeah, it's in the Central Trading Hub.
So we don't need to go back to the human district. Then.
Guess not. We can go back later.
See our handiwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder how big your clock tower's going now.
I don't know. We could be tourists in our own city.
In your hometown.
In my hometown, I'll be a stranger.
Yeah,
in my hometown.
we can hear if your legend still exists. Mr. Ghost of Brightwood.
Oh.
It's true. Okay, so Ticino,
Ticino.
Don't you know?
and then
Probably,
Cade.
probably should teleport outside.
Yes,
first.
yes, and I'm also gonna pick up some sand from outside of the temple.
So you guys go to leave the temple,
Yes.
close the doors,
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
lock the
and y'all are in the like whirlpool area right
Mhm.
now.
Mm,
Do you see that here, even just what is 3 weeks later, a passage of time, there is no daylight, there is no entry into this whirlpool area. You guys are completely underground.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Dang.
Boat can dig us out, kind of.
Good.
We don't need to dig out. We can just teleport, right?
Where should you use the gauntlet teleport?
Okay.
Once we're outside of the temple, it's fine.
So you guys are outside the temple, you go to fire up your gauntlets.
Mhm.
Where are you going?
Chino.
headquarters.
Chino headquarters.
We
You know where that is.
Hopefully.
I was about to say we don't know that we know where that is
Everybody,
anymore. It
go
might-
ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
So we all have to be huddled up for this, right?
Oh yeah.
For the teleportation circle?
Well, we're teleporting using the gauntlets,
Yeah,
but I would
I think we all
assume
have to-
we're
We'd still-
within.
Do we
we're
all have
still
to be huddled
close
up for
by.
that? For the teleportation circle? For the gauntlet?
For the gauntlet, you don't have to be huddled up for it. So
Okay,
We
well,
probably would be though.
it just takes a minute to
well
We'll huddle up.
go
if
through.
we're all huddled up, plus what you're saying.
Nice.
You go first.
Holy crap.
Oh, that's
Somebody roll for boot.
not the worst, but it's not great.
That's super cocked.
Do I want to use inspiration for this? I'm probably fine.
I'll roll for boot. See, 13 on the die for boot.
Okay.
Plus 4, so 17.
That's just con, that's I think it's already 20.
21.
Nice.
25.
13.
24.
19.
Okay. So you guys all experience the familiar start of what is being pulled and be ready to be launched through a little keyhole in space and time. But it's like you impact a door and drop and hit the ground.
Ouch.
You guys are still on your feet, but you felt the sudden jar of being like rejected.
That's not good.
That's not good.
We got cut off. That bitch.
I'm gonna have to
Wonderful.
words with Silverhawk. I ain't gonna be kind at all. Alright, human district time.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter.
Wherever Chino headquarters is now, not being presumably where it was when we left, is kind of our fault. So I don't know. I mean, you're welcome to have whatever conversation you want, but understand that she had no control.
Part of this is you're unsure if it's about the location the teleportation process or permission. You're not sure which is the missing link in this.
We never had an issue with permission beforehand.
Human district?
We were put on hiatus.
Yeah, human district, I guess. We'll just travel all the way around.
Alright.
We could also just wait.
And you guys do
We
have
could,
sending.
we could send to what's her name that's in charge of all of the teleportation and things.
Sophia. I actually don't know if it's Sophia.
It is.
It is Sophia.
Nice.
I was gonna say Emily, so good thing you said that. Emily was like Isolde's fake name.
I remembered things. Don't need no notes.
Go back to my giant list.
Well,
Oh, here's a good question. Does he look any different than he did beforehand?
Him?
Yeah. Does he still look completely normal, like Elwyn used to look?
I got cross-eyed now. Got a lazy eye.
Overall, looks pretty similar.
Okay.
So,
Why are you looking at me like that?
I was wondering if maybe Isolde and Cedric didn't get together and you might have been different, but still come out you. I was just worried.
If they didn't get together, I wouldn't be here in the first place. It'd be
You
good.
never know, man.
Biology does, I think.
I don't understand whatever that word meant.
Okay.
I know how multiplication and addition, but not division.
Why specifically division?
Hard, man. That doesn't make sense.
He's right.
I mean, he just learned how to read, like, oh god, like a few months ago now.
Yeah.
Because we spent. I hate time. Why we invent the clock, guys? I hate this now. Let's go back.
Where are we going? Who's sending?
I suppose I will send to Sophia.
okay.
Hello. We've lost touch. Tried to come back to headquarters, having issues. What's going on?
Relaine? Relaine, that's... Dear God, is it good to hear your voice. We thought you were dead. Teleportation's down. There was an attack on the headquarters.
Wonderful. I will convey the information to the rest of the group. I did not prepare sending today, so someone else will have to follow up for more information.
Sure, I'll do my sending. Are we, let's see. What do we want to say here? Attacked by whom? When will we be able to teleport again? How many casualties?
It's a lot of casualties. Marcus is dead. Penny is taken. I'm working to try to get back online. And you can hear the distress in her voice.
She didn't say we're dead.
The best I can do is get us to the human district, and we'll have to go from there.
Should we ask her what they need? Or are we just trying to go to Cade?
I can't get to Cade, so Cade will have to get us. But let's just get to the human district at least. It's safe there,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. And there'll be more resources to get us to places with the Skyrail faster.
True.
So let's just get there.
Fair enough.
I'll cast teleportation circle on the teleportation circle that we did, that we put together
All right.
To Brightwood.
to Brightwood.
You set up the ritual circle. Takes 10 minutes. Scrawling out familiar symbols that you just were working on just months ago. And this is your first time using this spell. It's new to you, and it's expanding and pushing the boundaries with what you've worked on. As you all gather near and close by, you finish the last strike of the chalk on the signal. It's like the whole part of the floor just flips out from under y'all, and you feel like this free fall effect, and then floating before landing on a stone marbled floor in a pretty nice chamber. And there looks to be about 6 or 8 people in this chamber stationed along the walls in armor.
Name and station!
Lord Alvin Aurelius of House Aurelius.
Is that you?
Yes.
You look different.
You don't. Alright, let's go.
Your mother wants to see you.
We're a little busy at the moment. She'll have to wait.
Who's your friends?
Not important.
Is that your girlfriend?
She wishes.
Move from bird seed to bird seed. Who just cast fireball? God.
Make your town all fancy, getting the attitude with it, alright.
The blue blood is coming back with a burning damage.
Where you guys go?
To the Sky Rail for sure, right? Get to the central trading hub as soon as possible.
Should we ask her if she wants us to come there? Or are we just, like, going for it?
Probably just go for
Best
it.
to go, just go there. I mean,
Sounds good.
We can only get so much information
Right.
with sending.
Yeah.
oh, actually, here, real quick question. Hand you this roll, send to your mother real quick. Ask how important it is.
Sure.
Couldn't hurt.
Disclaimers.
A lot of disclaimers on that thing.
Alright, Mother, we are in Brightwood. How important is it that we meet? We are on a rather urgent quest at the moment. Is this life or death? Or can it wait?
It'd be better if you came right away.
God damn it. Okay.
That's not what he asked.
Alright, it's better if we get my way.
We'll
Usually the goddamn it from you will give me enough.
we'll go now, I guess. Too much is happening at once. We're going for like a few months.
You guys are stepping out of what is this teleportation room and other things like that is located near the academy within the upper ring and higher echelon of what is Brightwood. And you have the Aurelius estate that is situated up here on the crest of what is the foothills of the mountain. And that's where you assume your mom would be. But as you guys emerge out into this area and you look out across this sprawling city, it is unrecognizable. It is not anything that you have remembered from child, like from your history. And what you see beyond is towering in height and scale more than what you could have thought. And there are flying vehicles that are in a traffic line moving throughout different parts of the city and across the main channel and canals. There is a hustle and bustle to this place. And as you look and kind of eyes go up higher, there is a small air-like port that is up above that has multiple different vessels that are all docked to it and afresh to it, as well as freighters that are down off in the ocean onto the far side of the river. But it is incredible. Part of it is this levitation and stuff, which used to be something far and few between that you'd see an airship or something. It is aflush with change.
Our airship isn't cool anymore, guys.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, I reckon our airship's not worth a few million gold now. Damn.
Still nice.
We're not cool now.
Well, maybe it's even better than it was before.
Air yacht.
Optimism.
It's a novelty now.
Ooh, antique.
You're on the license plate.
You guys head towards the palace grounds and move with plenty of haste, trying to get this errand out of the way. As you lead the way and bridge up to what is where you would assume your mom would be. And after checking the first spot and not having any luck, you guys all get kind of left in a small little, basically foyer. And kind of a little staging chamber as you guys get to see different busts of different family members that are in this receiving hall and foyer that entrances into the main estate. And you see what is a bust of Cedric. Like, it's older, but it's definitely Cedric, and you see the plate and all that stuff, and you're seeing all the different ones, and slowly you're just starting to pick out more and more details, and some of this about the origin of Brightwood, and it's all very piquing your interest. But eventually you move down and find her in her study, and as you come in, she goes, "Thanks for coming so quickly. Where have you been? It's been weeks."
We've been on a mission for Chino.
"I thought y'all were done with those."
Something came up that was pretty urgent, so.
A lot has changed, and I don't know how much you know.
Pretend I know nothing.
Where to start? There's a calling of leaders in 3 days. All the leaders from all of Zenith are coming to it. A summit meeting. You will be required to be there.
Called by who?
By Cade himself.
Ooh.
Why are you being called there?
You weren't leader.
That's a good question. Why am I being summoned? I'm nobody.
Your father requested that you be there.
Is that right?
And I know you haven't always got off the well with him. But there's something changing rapidly. You know, the last 20 years have been incredibly tumultuous, and the unending siege from the void. It is like anything in history. But something's changing. Armies are being formed. People are welling up. I don't know what's going to give first.
Okay.
Telepathically, I will communicate to the group. I hope we didn't spur Cade to do something and that caused a ripple of now everyone's at war because he got involved. He seemed very particular about not being involved to avoid that.
Well, nothing we can do about it now.
Well,
Is it just me and my father joining, or are my other siblings going to be there as well?
They're missing.
They're missing?
Yes, just like you were.
How long?
A week for them.
Have there been any other missing occurrences from other places? Of people?
Across every district.
Okay. Interesting. And nobody knows the cause?
There's fingers being pointed.
Uh,
But no discernible proof or evidence.
when is this meeting?
3 days
Where?
at the palace. Cade's palace.
Which is in the central trading hub?
Yes.
Alright.
oh, we were going there anyway.
Yeah. Well, you can tell my father I will meet him there in 3 days' time.
All right.
Morning, afternoon, evening,
I believe it's straight at noon.
noon. We'll be there then.
Be safe.
Always am.
And you still have your ambulance, right?
Of course. I am the weakest of House Aurelius, after all.
I never believe that.
I know you didn't. But I'm here and my siblings aren't, so I'm not starting to not believe it either.
They said you were gone and they were looking for you. I told them that you were on a path with others and you were fine. But I think they saw through my lie. And I feel I'm the one to blame.
It was their decision to do whatever they did. Not your fault.
Wait. Path with others, and that was a lie?
Hmm?
She said path with others, and that was a lie.
With others.
Yeah. He's been with us.
But that he was fine.
Oh.
We did just sort of
Vanish
disappear
for-
very suddenly and without warning for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Fair.
Well, we were hunting a Draco Lich.
Several weeks ago.
You're not to blame. They should have minded their own damn business. Let's go.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Nope. And off you guys head. You meet back up with everybody else. Y'all get all the information relayed. Y'all kind of jumped in and out throughout that, but really it was just you and her through that. But the rest of you guys get all accounted on this. Where to and how.
Skyrail?
We did best for a stop to be right in town.
Mm-hmm.
Chino first or Cade?
Is there a reason to go to Cade early if we're going to be there in 3 days anyways?
Them already.
I mean, I feel like it might be good to see him before this giant leader summit to figure out what is happening.
Well, we have 3 days, and Chino is actively in danger.
Chino first.
Chino first. I agree.
So you guys go to the light rail station. This seems to be overall not very populated in use and crowded and by any means. And you guys get to the station, and it isn't too long before there is the next departing vessel to go towards the Central Trading Hub. And on you guys get.
First class, please. Going to the front of the line.
Using every bit of your own name and station, you quickly have the best place prepared. And with that, off you guys go, well catered to, with meals and such. You guys get a glimpse outside as it is not something scenic. It is kind of a blur. It's hard to see what it actually is going by. And within the hour, you guys are in the Central Trading Hub. Slowing down.
Well, as we're going through the train ride, well, let's just all relax. I mean, there's nothing that we can do or what we could have done differently. I wouldn't change anything that we did. And to be honest, things were already kind of reckless before we left. With the Warforged, many wars
The war's happening.
coming up.
True.
We just moved up the date, I guess.
That's fair. It's not entirely an accurate statement that there's nothing we could have done differently. We could have done a lot of things differently, but I don't know that I would have done anything differently.
I don't know that we would have known any better to do that.
Yeah.
We did what we were able to do.
And I don't think that the invention of the clock would have caused mass world war.
Yeah, I don't think a clock would have done all that.
It's very possible that very little changed up to the point that we left, and because we were not here to secure the Heart of Aegis, that kicked some things off.
Well, we'd given Silverhawk the money.
We don't know that that was enough, though.
True.
We left it in her hands, so
That's also only speaking in political terms.
right.
The technology
And who knows if
has
that's
changed very much.
who knows if that was even the result. She may have gotten it.
She was also
And that may be-
raising money outside of what we gave her.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, the acquisition of said relic may have been what caused the attack in the first place.
True.
As you guys are starting to think about the possibilities of these things, and it's as you're whisking through time and space itself now, there's part of trying to look back on memories like the Heart of the Aegis and other things like that, that you're not able to place those memories. You're thinking back over them. I need everybody to make an intelligence saving throw.
I'm not very good at those.
Do we get +4?
Yep. You're all next to me.
19.
Auron fails.
30 something.
What's the total?
6.
Was it an after one?
Yep.
17.
15.
30.
Hold on. A lot, actually.
Exactly.
That's 27 plus 4
31.
plus 5, 36.
You rolled a natural one.
Yep.
Can I use my reaction to help him?
Mhm.
All right, go ahead.
Well, that's in the thing. 12.
No one's rolled for boot yet, right?
Nobody's rolled for him.
Predestination. Screw it. Advantage.
Pretty
Oh, it's
solid.
even worse.
14 on the
It's
die
okay.
for boot.
What did my intelligence saving throw so high?
How much on the
14.
die? 14 on the die.
You get proficiency in it.
14 plus the whatever yours it plus 4, so
Oh
18.
yeah, so 18 plus whatever boot's modifier is.
Okay.
Minimum plus 3 is the protection.
It's as you think back on certain memories and things that you guys have experienced and even experienced together that all of you are trying to recount details of them and you're failing to produce them. It's as if your very memories have been overwritten by what's happened. And you start to piece together information about your past, of what your entire lifespan has been altered to be from the events changing, with technology being a part of that. What was your total roll?
19.
As you look back over your memories in your head and through your time growing up, you were very secluded. Technology had little to no effect on that. To training with your dad with combat, to looking through telescopes endlessly at night, to everything with them being taught, dinners, everything else, and to even leaving home and everything, pairing up with Alenia and Starlight. Okay, that's all correct. That's all tracks. As it steps into meeting up with these crazy folks, you remember the first meetings. You remember some of the missions and such. But as you're comparing with what you thought was the interactions and where it was, you're finding there are multiple, it seems like, conflicting sides, and you're not sure which one is the right one. And it's messing with your head a little bit. The arena, you guys won the arena, the Fall Festival Heroes, the new upcoming. You did do that. That is a thing that existed, yes. is that the memory that was or the memory that is? And there's part of that you're grappling with yourself. For you, your save was very high, right? You can very clearly see what was and what is. And what is House Aurelius' number one district within the human, number one noble family within the human district. Your family has somewhat, almost identically laid out the same familial bonds and experiences from before. The same, you weren't progressing like others. Being sent off to go jump into this hero program and potentially get under the wing of others. All of these things. You even have what was the interactions with joining up with this crew. Traveling through a sewer. But that wasn't in the Warforged district. No, this is... You guys never came out from the sewer in this version. You never left it. You did what you needed to do, and then you were gone out of it. It wasn't even in the war. Was it? No. It was within the Devil District. And so as you're piecing together new memories of different interactions, you guys did fight and win an arena, and you won a spaceship.
What?
Oh, let's go!
One that can leave orbit and travel to the moons.
What?
You are...
We have moon colonies now.
You are able to see the differences of what technology has progressed and changed and moved forward at a crazy different rate. The information and history that you have across and what was this book of knowledge and to where you are now, it feels vastly different. You understand as far as your interactions with the group overall that much of everything that had happened very similarly, or if not the same. And there's different people that you're placing as, oh, we never went to a MacGuffins. There's no MacGuffins in this world.
Oh, we were supposed to invent MacGuffins.
Gosh, John, I know you forgot something.
But as you're slowly piecing these things, you're only knowing that, like, as you experience more of the world, you're going to find more of these things that don't line up. But you have it pieced better than most. For you, Relaine, what was yours?
17.
17. Piecing back on all of your memory with things. Everything seemed to flow pretty well overall. You're even paired up with your spy days and such. As even with the library, the Grand Archives and everything else beyond, you have played a pretty pivotal moment in this, and you remember meeting Boot and such. And there's part of these memories that collide with the old, and it's hard to distinguish between what is and what isn't. And your family and everything else. Your girlfriend? It's hard to piece. There's someone significant.
Oh boy. Good luck with that one.
What was your score?
13.
13. You've got a bad headache. It's a kaleidoscope, a fever dream of connections, of what was and what is and what could be and what wasn't. And it's not quite the drug rush that it was before, but you remember one thing, and one thing that's very consistent. There is a terrible Shadowcross lady. She exists in both and has done horrible, obscene things, and is ever present in this, and you have made the pivotal decision to go fight her in the very same manner in both instances of the reality, and was a very pivotal part in what are the events leading up to you guys leaving and being gone for 3 weeks. What was yours?
37.
7.
I rolled a 19 and there was a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So, what up? Euron, you remember your title. You are Lieutenant Euron of Z Technologies.
So what?
Z Industries, I'm sorry. And
Just industries.
and
Mr. Z!
You're
Mr.
French.
Z!
Mr. Z is not a part of the black market, is not a part of an underground trade. He is a part of a technological supremacy above all others and has pushed forward on the front of technology unlike anybody else as a businessman and an impartial inventor in conjunction with grand ideas. Z Industries, and you are one of his trusted.
Okay.
As you start to piece all these different memories and such, he thought it would be a great idea for you to be a part of the Chino initiative and a part of these things so that you can see exactly what they think the heroes would do to help secure peace and security so that he can build a better alternative.
I'm a spy.
So that he could put a, suit of armor around the world.
Okay, Tony.
No. You work for Iron Man.
That changes like my whole backstory. Oh man. Okay.
It's like
Jeez, Rick.
what was in the shadows is
Yeah.
now very much in the pillar of the light.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just hope you're not Obadiah Stane.
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
Box of scraps.
Yep. As you guys are traveling through and your brains are hurting, your hands are in your head, and you're all discussing what was, it all is kind of hitting you as they're like, arriving now in the central trading hub.
That's us.
I have a headache.
Do we have access to like our bank accounts on our chinos, right? Like we can check that.
Mhm.
Can I check mine real quick?
Yeah. You got a cool 700,000.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add that.
I see Ronnie's face. Wait.
Holy shit, dude.
Very.
Do I even have a bank account? I didn't before.
You were homeless, and as you try to pick over your
Yeah, I
brain
lived
in
in
this,
Primal.
you're like, you've been a part of Chino for a little bit, so like should have something, right? Check. There's a negative 14,000 balance.
Oh,
That sounds
yeah.
about right.
I'm gonna
I mean,
transfer
they-
it over. And
Here you go, man. I changed you my pouch of gold. Here you go, man.
So take out 14,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, add 4,000 to that.
I'm scared to see how much.
There's Pete.
I'm giving you 34,000 gold.
Okay.
As you peek at
Well,
yours, there's a
yes, so that'll
30,000
bring
in
you
there.
up to
30,000.
20,000.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll look.
Hmm?
I'll look in mine.
Line of credit.
Oh wow.
You have infinite money.
I haven't.
You're Mr. Money.
I'm scared.
Wow.
I got like 5K.
It's basically, you see like the credit card out there. This looks like it might max out about
Nice.
500,000.
Nice.
Wow.
Suppose since everyone's checking.
You look down, cool 60
Okay.
Nah, it's 60,000. It's fine.
Well, this is interesting.
Would you even have one? Because you kind of have to hide who you are.
I don't know how that works, man.
I mean, you just check the bank account. It's literally a button right here.
Yeah, what name is my under? Another area.
So you want to go to the
Aaron?
app store and I am tech support now.
It's Chino Federal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Identity theft is not a joke.
Check with Boot. Does he have anything on his own? Because he had been just giving me all of his money.
So Boot doesn't have an account set up at all.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just checking that didn't change.
Mariah's my glorious king. Credit cards are for the devil.
How do I even add this?
I'm just writing it in my notes. I'm not transferring.
$500,000 line of credit. All right.
You know, you're just gonna keep that number in your head.
Yeah. Don't go above a certain amount, or that'll impact my credit score.
It just, someone's got to pay for it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just your conversation with your parents. You spent how much?
Well, I mean, I guess we don't have to worry too much. I wonder how big our investment is
Yeah.
go on. Do we want to stop at the Wizard Bank after Chino?
We'll see what happens when we get to Chino.
You know what we should do? We should go by Boblins if he still exists.
Oh yeah, I wonder if you'll still have your deal.
Surely your exoskeleton will be.
Have we
I
had
don't know if I can use
dealings with
anyone. I'm pretty
Boblin?
strong now.
Oh, do you have
As
it?
you piece
No.
through all of your head here, looking for that? No.
Boblin's not there?
And all of your memories.
At the very least, we've
There's
never
no
dealt
interaction
with
with
them before.
Boblin.
Well, screw that. I work for a technology company. We
Yeah.
can get whatever tech we need.
Yeah,
So what happens?
You're free
with
from
the
your contract,
with the
I
amount
guess.
of
Yeah.
with the amount of money we have right now, I don't know that we would have ever needed to go to Boblin
Yeah.
for whatever
Yeah.
I
we
wonder.
wanted.
I grabbed my last pistol out of my bag. Does it look different at all?
No.
Cool. Put it back.
So I guess whatever was on our person didn't change with time.
Thankfully.
We have artifacts.
Yep.
I just kind of reach up for the arc blade. I wonder if this is an antique now.
I'll actually pull out the Eternal. What do you think about all this?
What? About what?
I mean, the whole, everything's kind of different. What do you think? Holding up the loot and talking to him.
I haven't really seen much. I just woke up.
Yeah, fair enough. You were kind of asleep before all this. Yeah, a lot of crap has changed, I won't lie.
I remember the giant tree, and then I took a nap.
Fair. Yeah, I should have done the same. I took a nap, though I became a ghost, and that shit was scary.
I was there for that.
You were.
It's coming to me. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that hard.
Yeah, you can
Just
take
the loot
another
out
nap.
to make it with
Lute's got a pretty good save on that.
He's right next to me, +7 at least. He's an intellect of 16. Smarter than I am.
Not surprising. All right, let's go.
To Chino?
We don't know where Chino is.
Do we have a map?
Is there a map in our gauntlet?
For your memory and your memory, you guys, with
Okay.
y'all's score, y'all know where to go.
Okay, cool.
Let's go there then.
Lead the
Mark-
way.
You said Marcus died, but he, at least our time. So for the memory
He
thing,
was the deputy director.
yeah, but I remember what he said is that he'd be staying at his house and not
Yeah.
actively helping Chino as much as he
Right.
was. So would my memories be more in line with what this Oberon would actually remember?
The old memories are more what you are familiar with right now.
So I'm thinking, right? He said he was staying home and wasn't going to be as helping as much and just kind of relaxing since we'd all taken over his house for a few years. So I wonder what changed.
Everything's changed.
You piece together. Chino headquarters never jumped to a different place other than his house.
Oh.
Yeah, Chino's actually still at Marcus's house. We never jumped ship over to the other place because the Ark thing never. Did we ever go and get the Ark? Oh, we never went and got the Ark thing from the Warforged district.
The Heart of the Ages?
Heart of the Aegis.
You know what? I
How
can't.
do you spell lieutenant?
L-I-E.
LT period.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Good point.
Because we never went and got the heart.
No heart of
Well,
heart of
what about
Vegas.
Robert?
Huh? Robert?
As you
What about toast?
Did we
You-
ever,
piece and think about this. Make a history check.
it's a good thing I can history good. I sure can history good. 20.
20. You piece together in there, and you remember rescuing him as an old memory.
Yeah.
You never had to rescue him.
Does that mean that there's no baby Kraken and there's no pirates? All of our side quests are gone, so that's nice.
Were we still pirates?
Yes, pirates happened for...
Nice. Yeah, you were never a pirate in
Yeah.
the first place.
Yeah, you're not a
Yar,
pirate.
har,
I was a pirate by association.
You can't sit with us.
Or like walking.
Last time
through
I'm taking you guys to first class.
We're walking through Chino, just told us the shit.
Oh, by the way, we have a spaceship, not an airship. I didn't say anything about
What is your spaceship?
What
How does that?
is that?
Well, you know how there's stars?
Yes.
We can go
Aaron
there.
has those.
Also, moons.
We can go up
Go to
and
the
away.
Go to the moon.
Why would I want to do that?
Unlimited cheese.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah, I think we both have fair points, but like our wires are very crossed.
Wires just. We'll talk about this another time. I feel like that's pretty low priority. We could just escape to the moon, you guys. Wow, this really sucks. Anyway,
I wonder if
we're
I'd
gonna
get
head
an
out.
infinite power glitch if we went to the moon.
He's moon blessed.
Wow, overload.
Do you get like strong? I wonder if you get stronger than the moon.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
What
so-
if you can wield the moon? Minions!
We need to steal the moon.
All right, so Jean Cross shows up again. You're gonna take the moon and crash it into her.
In terms of
Yes.
money, we have unlimited money.
Oh my gosh.
We're almost there.
Oh, yeah. So, like, you guys are moving throughout the town. You aren't just going to hustle and run there. You wave down one of the very first speed taxis that are there and give them a location, hop on, and it whizzes through. It comes up about 20 feet above the street level that are walking and talking about, and you guys
I feel like our
Secretly
starship
stuck
should be able to
in with
autopilot
everybody
to
else,
us.
and then
You should talk to
land
the
down
NPC.
at outside what is a relatively devastated estate. That is the house of Marcus. Marcus Stone, deputy director. As you see,
Wait, what about
part
the
of
new
the
place?
the
Not there.
never
It never happened.
Part of
I asked
the-
him about that.
part of the roof and other things is completely caved in. There is parts of it that are horribly scorched, but no longer smoking or smoldering or anything like that. And you see decent amount, maybe like 5 or 6 people outside working on cleanup and other things like that.
Let's head inside.
Should we talk to the people outside?
Is Amelia here or Silverhawk?
As you're coming up to the people outside, he goes, no, she went off on something pressing. Where have you been?
And I'll just like completely ignore that question. Who is the person in charge here now? Then.
Sophia's in the basement.
All right, let's go there.
Do we recognize any of these people?
Any hops?
Other than just
Currently, no.
vague Chino association?
No, they look to be like possibly just hired workers or not even adventurers or
What
anything.
did she say about Silverhawk? I missed something.
She's not
She's
here.
gone.
She's not. Went on some pressing.
Wonderful. To the basement.
Oh, she's still in a wheelchair?
What?
Never mind. What?
Wait. We gotta
Robo
go.
legs.
We gotta go back.
Oh no!
Verlaine, mace to the knee at her birth. We'll be good. That's it. That's all we need.
We can't call her. We're still calling her Wheels.
I'm still calling her Wheels.
Which you've never called to her face.
You know, just call her and she'll be really confused.
Yeah.
Now at least she won't
Won't
be
be
offended.
offended because she doesn't have wheels.
You guys push inside.
I'm relatively on board with most of your ideas. That might be the worst idea you've ever had.
I think the worst. I think the worst.
Crippling an infant?
Why would you put it like that?
I mean, it's like baby Shawcross situation.
Really,
Really,
that
every
was
time kill baby
a
Shawcross.
joke.
Who's crippling an infant?
No one.
It was a joke.
As you see inside, not relaxed and not chill, at firm pressed attention, and has got his hand on his sword and goes, Lieutenant?
Lieutenant.
Jack?
You see Jack. As he's, where have y'all been?
Am I in the military? What am I?
That's,
Rank represents, respects rank.
say,
He's a lieutenant as well.
Okay.
there's a long and complicated answer to that question that I don't know that we have the time to give you all right now.
Anyways, are you here to help? Are you here to investigate? Are you here to go after him? Do you know who did this?
We were hoping you knew.
No.
We've heard no details.
They took Penny.
Why?
I don't know.
What happened?
I wasn't here.
Pretend we have zero information from anything that's happened over, say, the last 3 weeks, give or take.
I only know so much. Yesterday, an attack occurred. It was in the night, and there was a claim of a dragon being involved. Others saw some otherworldly figure, and
The boogeyman.
The Bagman.
it was brutal. They made an example of Marcus. Don't go upstairs. And you all were mentioned, apparently. I don't know if they were looking for you.
If there was a dragon involved,
But answer our
Probably.
question.
some sort of otherworldly being, have suspicions that that's the other problem that we've been running from for a while.
Please tell me.
I will do literally anything. Penny's the face of Chino.
The voice of Chino. You all were set to be the face,
Yeah, she had a better face than all of us, at least.
but this may be the very end of Chino as we know. Stopped before it began.
Yeah.
Sophia's downstairs. She'll know more.
Let's go talk to Sophia then.
You guys make your way down into the basement, and you see her hard at work on what is this crazy arcane cluster of basically interconnected dodecahedrons that are moving as she is working with some kind of strange, almost like psionic tool that is kind of stitching together pieces of what seemed to be like an elastic rune between these different layers and such. It was about time you got here. I'm not too much farther from getting this up. Do you have any information on who did this?
No clue.
We have suspicions based on what Jack told us, that there was seemingly a dragon involved and an otherworldly being. those are problems that we've been sort of avoiding for a while. Undead dragon and the bagman, if my suspicions are correct.
I don't believe it was the Bagman.
Maybe Malgathor?
I believe it was some kind of celestial being. Maybe demonic.
Maybe Malgathor, maybe
Nobody saw anything.
Maybe Shawcross is more
There
in line with the
weren't
previous
many
titles
here at the time of the attack. And those that saw were from farther away, and others were outright killed in the process.
Dragons can shift form, right? Most of the time.
Sometimes you have to be pretty.
Almost all the powerful ones can.
Sure, that's pretty powerful.
And from what we know, she was celestial at some point.
there's a possibility that she's not in the same form that she was when we remember seeing her last.
Do we remember in this timeline going to her
Yeah.
lair and fighting her as a
Do you have
Dragon
that?
Lich?
No, I
Yep.
thought you did.
As a Dragon Lich.
And defeating her.
Take it.
And taking her horde.
But you might be able to
Do you
do
have
it.
Speak with the
Hmm.
Dead?
Can you get that?
Speak with the Dead?
I can. It's not prepared,
That's
so we'd have
a
to
good-
long rest. But
that's
I can.
fine.
I totally
It's a
can.
thought.
We
Well,
can
we're
talk to
not-
Marcus tomorrow.
We're not
about
really in a.
Um,
Well,
talking.
Marcus.
Who knows?
Talking to Marcus may not. Considering Jack told us not to go look. There has to be.
I'm gonna go look.
There
We have
has
go
to
look.
be enough of him left for me to talk to.
There were other people killed.
Yes.
They might have something. They might know something then. Where are those bodies?
Out in the yard.
Have they been buried yet?
Yes.
Well, that'll be the first for me desecrating a grave, but surely they won't mind.
All right.
It only works once, so no one else can bring them back for them to care once we're done.
Oh boy. All right. And this happened not yesterday.
Yeah.
And they mentioned us.
Yes.
Anything specific?
Just that they were looking for you. They wanted you, that you come out of hiding no matter what. It seemed that that was echoed throughout, and it was caught by passerbys, that information. Talking about, where are the champions? The walkers, where are they? They can't hide. And it's too much to that akin.
You remember anything? You weren't there, Ronnie. The hags. I don't know if we fought them here.
As you piece through your memories, you did defeat the Coven.
Took the bag, defeated the coven,
Mhm.
met the bagman,
Mhm.
met Malgathor. Does anybody have a sending left?
I do.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a sending to Malgathor and say you've got our
Do
attention?
you have a sending left? You sent to Cade as soon as we
I
got
used the
back to
scroll.
our time. Okay.
I had 2 scrolls of it. I gave him one. I used the scroll for Cade because I said I don't remember how to use that shit.
You did say that.
Maybe send a sending to Malgathor, since that's probably the most likely. Say we're back. What do you want, etc.
Use those words exactly.
We're back. What do you want, etc.
Yeah, sure. I'll pull out the gauntlet, send to Malgathor. We're back. If you were the one who attacked Zenith, what the hell do you want? You got our attention.
Well, welcome back. It's good to be back in the light. I'll see you at the summit and we can talk.
Magathor said he'd see us at the summit. I recommend we go to our meeting with Cade soon.
Let's go to Cade next.
It's a good idea.
Well, I'm gonna go and visit Marcus.
We can't get speak with that yet.
I know. I just want to see.
As
I'll go too.
you venture upstairs against the advice, you are met with a brutal scene of torture and being nailed to the wall and slowly pieced apart. It looks that whoever did this has some experience with torture.
You got anything on this, Ronnie?
Just got back from the bathroom.
You're looking at Marcus's body. It was torn apart, tortured, etc.
So piecing together your histories within the Devil District and other things like that, you don't have anything per se to match with this, but it doesn't have any infernal markings. Nothing that would be significant to be like, this is definitely associated.
While they're doing that, can I like look at Anthony's desk and just like see if anything
Yeah.
stands out?
Make an investigation check.
That's a natural 20.
Yo.
As you piece over her desk, parts of it is strewn about. The various notes and other things and inspiring words and are there amongst all. Familiar one that seems to have some emphasis in the center with a heart near it was "We Ball," and you see splayed out on the ground near her chair is her emergency manual in case of attack, and it looks like part of the pages are ripped completely out of that. And you see that studying this, it looked like she was working on something when she was drugged from here. And as you look deeper at the stuff, trying to see, you see now little bits of paper that have been dropped, and you start to follow these small little crumbs of paper back upstairs, away from her office space and such, and it is just opposite in the other room from where Marcus was, splayed up in the hallway. That you can see that there is a decent amount dropped, and there's a little bit of blood on the ground too, but must have teleported away from there.
I'll relay that to the group when they come out of the room.
Dude, if they torture Penny, there'll be hell to pay.
Is Marcus's spell book on the ground anywhere?
All right. Let's go to Cade.
Yeah.
As you guys go ahead and get ready to leave and head towards the palace, we'll take a quick break. Take about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll jump right back into it.
This is like fire. You care if I grab another?
Go for it.
Right.
Tillamook is great.
Welcome back.
I love Tillamook cheese.
So you guys are en route to the palace to meet up with Cade.
Fuck up Kate.
Anything y'all discuss before you get there?
What is your problem with Cade? You haven't even interacted with him once.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
That's all.
How do you get bad vibes second
Can I just have bad vibes, please?
Sometimes you just know.
I mean, I'm kind of feeling it. I did meet him, so.
Yeah. And all the decisions he's made have been 100% correct. Got something to say?
Ellen, you're coming in pretty hot. I just feel like you need to chill out a little bit, you know?
Someone chill touch this man.
Big words coming from a man who might not exist if I hadn't helped his grandfather get laid.
True.
There's a lot in that.
We did help your grandpa get laid.
When?
Oh, I talked to her.
Oh, wait, I was there for that.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I remember that. now.
She was too uncomfortable to do it, so I did it.
It's true. I couldn't do it.
Couldn't have the talk. That's fair. Okay, I guess the real conversation we should be having right now is what information are we relinquishing to Cade? Obviously, he knows we already went back in time, so there's no going around that. Unless I have a modified memory scroll.
If you want to try to modify Cade's memory, you go for it, man. I don't think it will work.
I'm not doing it. I don't know when I'm ever going to use this scroll. I have very personal feelings against it.
Do you want your dad?
I'll probably just... What?
Not a bad idea. I feel like what Relaine said was pretty good reason.
So,
So good.
that we were in the void, or that we were teleported back in time against our will, or that we know that we teleported ourselves back in time, but we will not be telling you how to do it.
If they do that, he can't do it without us anyway.
True. It's information we can't share, really.
Unless he were to capture us and then take us over there and then spill our blood and then use the things to open it and then go in and do it himself.
That's why we don't give him that information.
The time dragon Broxthos seem to think that Cade cares for people in general enough that telling him that it's for their protection that we don't give him all of the information seemed to be a valid option. So that would be my suggestion, is tell him that we went back in time and, well, which he already knew, but that we can't give him any information on where or how. Without endangering literally everyone in existence.
I got really distracted by the cheese, I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. It's good cheese.
Sounds great to me.
I agree with you 100%.
I'm pleased to meet you.
I understand why the rats like it so much now.
Calling us rats.
One point of order is that I didn't talk about it earlier. As far as items go, the Rod of Rulership was left behind. It is not on you guys.
I got an attunement slot open, boys.
You have the wand of wonder?
What happened to it?
I still have it.
Sorry, not you. What happened to the Rod of Rulership? Like, I gave it to Cedric?
Yes.
Okay. That's the DM saying that's too OP, get rid of it.
No, in order to be able to keep the Wyvern system
Fair enough.
going and to ensure his protection against an unwavering force, or it was
fair.
that was for the best.
Sure.
For the greater good.
Otherwise, the process in what you guys had started could just, with the Wyverns, could easily just fall apart.
Cool.
Offer.
That's pretty good cheese.
But just...
For the cheese.
No, that's okay.
If you have it. Happy
There's
grab.
ice cream too.
Chat, we're cheese to meet you.
Should we have done this on our
If,
break? Absolutely. Do we have
Did
any
we?
regrets? None at all.
Big shout outs if Tillamook wants to sponsor us.
I love
They
your
make good.
cheese.
They make good ice cream
We'll
too.
bring in the
Ice
cheddar,
cream.
tell them, look, we'll bring...
Your butter. It's all great.
Your brother is...
New banner goes across the bottom of the screen.
They have a museum.
Type in Laughable for 10% off
I
at
think- I can't
checkout.
remember if it's in Oregon
Yes.
or Washington, but there's a museum and you
Good
can
job
like
to do.
sample stuff.
I have a job to do.
Pretty
It
cool.
belongs in a museum.
Cool. So we're telling Cade
Yep.
the truth, essentially,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
that we can't give him any information on how or
Yeah.
where
Mm-hmm.
to travel through time for the protection of the literal existence of time and everyone in existence.
We were gone for 3 weeks and we already messed up so much.
We didn't even mean to time travel either.
That was, I'll take the blame on that one.
We accidentally time traveled.
Oh, jeez.
They didn't even have like an instruction manual, so what did they expect to happen?
We could have put up signs.
I know. Well, they kind of did, but not really how it worked.
Yeah, putting a past and present sign, a past, present, and future sign didn't really help too much.
No.
Very curious
We're kind of stupid.
what all we missed out on in 3 weeks, considering our first week together was so eventful.
Yeah, our like first 3 weeks together were horrendously eventful. We did so much stupid stuff. So many fun little adventures.
So many things happened.
Our hag kill count was crazy.
That still happened.
Hell yeah.
My question is what happened to my brothers, my siblings, and what happened to all these other people that have been disappearing?
Do you know how to cast sending?
I don't have it prepared.
Okay. Tomorrow, might want to prepare a few of those to try to send to him. See if we can get anything out.
And I did have a thought about if we like sent to Penny.
Couldn't hurt. I
We
can't
could
do it.
Yeah,
Could.
I used my gauntlet already.
I use mine.
Boot also has his.
Oh, Boot has his.
I haven't used mine either.
Boot is in the penny.
You think it's safe?
Or Ron. I don't know.
What are they gonna
Penny? Are you there? Say something if you are. We miss you.
do? Good enough.
Nothing.
Unconscious, probably.
Probably.
Actually, hold on.
Worth a shot.
I'm going to think about something. You guys continue.
Gotta think real hard.
If we catch another like
Let's
speed
get on our
taxi,
starship.
if we
Fantastic.
catch another speed taxi, how long would it be to get the Cades?
Oh, y'all already like outside of it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like y'all discussing before y'all approach the guards and before you go inside.
I'll let him think and then I'll do that.
I need to find a place that sells scrolls at some point.
No idea.
We can always do that after.
If she's unconscious, I can find the scroll, the spell Dream, and I can visit her in her dream
Ooh.
and talk to her that way.
I love you, man.
That was just a thought I had.
It's such a
All
good
right.
job thinking.
I'll start walking up these big old stairs. Don't get to fly over them like last time.
You start to walk up.
I will fly up.
And
Say it in my face.
as you are walking up,
In your dreams.
you are progressing on the scale up towards the top far faster than him. And then you realize that these stairs are moving in the opposite direction that you are going up to, like, basically perpetual escalator you.
I'll cast fly.
So much effort for what?
As you guys fly to the very top, the guards at the top go, "Who are you? Why are you here? You should turn around immediately."
Well, you have a. You go. You're the speaker.
I'm Oberon. I have a meeting with Cade.
Nah, sure you do.
I
Walk
do.
away.
Maybe I
Fly
should
away.
try. My name is Lord Elwin Aurelius. And
No one cares.
Cool.
No one holds rank here.
Ooh, better make me mad, bro.
Well then, go and tell Cade that we have a meeting with.
No one talks to Kate.
Okay, we're gonna kill these guys, right?
Or we can
Does
send
the
a
name
cake.
the Void Walkers mean anything to you?
Oh, the heroes? That's you guys?
That is us.
I'll go talk to Cade.
Thanks, man.
Good decision.
Ronnie? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
I got it for 10 years.
He's like with his wife and kids.
You should have let it sit there.
Basically, the people that were up here, they aren't the simulacrum type guards. They seem to be like an outer patrol of this that are like hired regular normal folk that turn away hundreds of thousands of people that might venture up this way, and they don't really have much of intelligence for nothing, but they did hear about the arena in the winters.
Well,
So then they go up and they talk to the guards in the simulacrum that are uniform, all look the same, and one of them you see then flies off.
he can fly too.
And
Where's one of his limited spell slots?
the guard starts coming back down and goes, I doubt they'll let you in, but I mean it's worth a shot. So you guys got that spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also sent to him earlier.
Do you want to ride in it?
Well,
No.
I got
That's a blue blood for you.
ow.
How's it feel? pretty bad.
Reap what you sow.
What do you mean? I'm just doing my job, and this guy's being mean.
You know, yeah, he has a streak for these things, actually. Once at the academy, now you're doing it here.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
When will you learn?
Oh no. Shit.
Hey, if you're coming like your old self, I'll stop that real quick.
It's all the old memories, Misty. He never had those talks. He's back!
We went to the dinosaur island, but never had a confrontation about the wand.
Gojo was never born. That's why everything's so bad.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably why.
Oh my God, little sipper.
Who?
The little gnome we were gonna curse.
Oh no! Message him now.
We need to find him now. I really want to learn cursing. I think that was cool.
That was cool.
So,
We'll do it later.
So cool.
soon enough, you guys have one of the very uniformed and garbed out, like cloaked figures approach, and without saying a word, just pulls their hand and tells you to motion forward.
Yeah, bud.
Okay.
Going in.
Okay, number 87.
Oh, thanks. Never meet your heroes.
We are not heroes.
Common misconception.
We are just cool.
It's the Autumn Heroes Festival.
And because I was forced.
You guys are led towards the main entrance and gates of the palace. And
now you feel that?
Alan learns empathy.
before you're brought into a very familiar space, a place you've been, a place you've explored,
That's been like
and
100
leads
years.
you towards the main hall where you first had your first meeting. And they bring you to the door of it, and they go, "You'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Good luck."
I'm gonna need it.
Do we need it?
Probably.
Do we need it?
Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, considering whatever noises are happening on the other side of that door.
I mean, I've been in his laboratories before.
Does he have cuckoo clocks in there?
I hope that's what that is. 'Cause if that's Cade, we're done for.
Downhill.
It's just like a Smeagol. Just an insane guy. I've been in prison here for the last 30,000 years.
I haven't left here in millions of years.
The space has been altered and changed, and moved into a bit of furnishing for a potential meeting, where a large table has been drawn to the center.
Got a dog.
With
What's the dog doing?
what that dog do?
Kill him with that dog.
And
Is this table a massive clock?
ooh, as you guys see this massive table and the collection of chairs around the entire thing. What do you guys do?
I'll take a seat.
They're like name tags.
Are they like regular human-sized chairs?
I guess we'll take a seat.
I mean, they're large enough to fit you.
Okay.
I was like, if you want,
That's
you-
what I was
I mean, you
asking.
can
I was
all
like, I
sit.
guess I'm not sitting
You know,
down.
what, I'll sit on the table.
Sit down, break
You
a
gonna sit on the
chair.
table?
Yeah, I'll sit on the table.
All right.
I'm thinking my little legs off of him.
I'll sit at the chair.
All right. As you guys all find a
And they all
Place
look
to sit.
exactly the same.
Probably just cloned all the chairs. Can we just do that?
I guess.
Kate, go out.
as feels like 5 minutes goes by.
How's it been?
1, 2.
You look at your clock. Yep.
Thanks for in my head.
I just kind of want to look around. Is there anything of note in the room that like looks different, or that it's placed there specifically, or is it just like mostly empty except for the table in the middle?
Mostly empty. Like it's like this room is furnished for whatever purpose it is being used for.
Cool. Does the giant table clock work?
Doesn't look like it.
Battery's dead.
Think it needs a time dragon to power it?
Mm.
So you guys are all sitting here. It feels like the time stretches on longer and longer. You look down, it's only been 10 minutes or so. And a voice speaks out and goes, Oberon, is that you?
Been a while, man.
Whoa. And you see coming down through the ceiling and lowering down, just levitating onto the other side of the table, away from you all. It goes, what's it been? 200 years?
Pretty sure that's what I said. And some change. We might have been off like 3 weeks.
So, by now you've experienced what's changed
Yeah,
quite a bit.
quite a bit.
Do you know how I know what's changed?
No idea.
I was honestly about to ask that.
Yeah, so
actually.
because in the past you told me, you were here from the future, right?
Yep.
Had to make sure things got set in place, the destiny, all this stuff, prophecy. I looked into all that. Looked into Shallcross. Boy, I have lots to tell you.
I'm sure you
Introductions, everybody? Wait, I know all of you, and all of your stamped through history now. I watched you for the last X amount of years, and you're now new herodom.
Kid seems way more chill than I expected.
Yeah, way more. Like, calm down since the last time I met you. Had this big grandiose feeling. Now you seem like an old friend.
Yeah. I feel like I know you now.
I've
Phil,
never met you in my
The
life.
feeling is
I
I
don't
mean,
not.
you basically. I mean, I know you. You basically
feels-
stalk them for their whole lives.
Yes.
feels like a very
Yes, it's like I know them
parasocial
better than they
relationship.
know themselves.
But
Yes.
you kind of
Oh,
don't,
wow.
because our memories are all kind of messed up.
No, I think I got both sides at least a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, give me. I mean, over the past 10 minutes, I gathered a lot too. So
Did you read our
we
minds?
should be pretty up to speed overall. You don't know very much.
Did you read our minds?
Of course.
Dude,
Yes. There's
come on.
yeah.
Consent.
No. You're gonna make me wait 200 years for something that I can't act in? You know there's so much to do? We have a large punch list. First off, what do you know of the Shallcross?
Apparently some, like, angel-like being.
What if, since you've read our minds, you tell us what we know?
No, that one's better. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sick.
Don't these keys make it so they can... It's fine.
Oh Lord, where is this? So, you know where's the mini-eyed one? Shows up as the one who made y'all's prophecy. One that at least wrote it down, at least recorded it first. Who knows if she was the one who heard it, seen it, prophesied it, was a seer. But she was one with that. Over a millennia ago, Shallcross was known as the Celestial Seer. Being of many eyes, greater sight, walked among divine hosts as an oracle. She wrote many prophecies of world-altering events and destinies. A lot of different possibilities. However, this one that you are on is one that actually seems to be the most far-fetched and now somehow moving towards its actual completion. A lot's hitting the fan. about one who would restore the plains, foretelling a future shaped by a group marked by starlight. However, this was cut short when a dark betrayal led to her untimely death. She was killed, destroyed in the celestial being, either by one of her own seers or fellow oracles of the temple or other things like that, and was reincarnated as a mortal. Apparently one of her former allies, a druid bound by fey oaths, sought to preserve her spirit and reincarnated her as a tiefling. The essence of light. Stripped of her celestial identity, but retaining traces of her former wisdom, she found herself among devils, adopting that title, the essence of light. She rose in power within the ranks. Over centuries, she established herself within infernal ranks, mastering dark sorcery to extend her life and gathering favors from infernal powers through cunning deals and careful manipulation. As she climbed the hierarchy within the devilish realms, she then became known as the Fabled One, a figure whose cunning deeds and ruthless diplomacy were whispered about, but seldom witnessed directly. She orchestrated complex deals, influencing events across the mortal and infernal planes to increase her power. Her ultimate goal began to crystallize, to transcend the chains of infernal and celestial realms, forging a destiny beyond the grasp of life or death. I believe it's at that time, this choice and path of her, one, perseverance and no longer being mortal, that she had lost all semblance of what was the prophecies of old and what was beyond mortal stretch and scale and power and desire, and onto what is now very much the mortal's grasp. Through a deal manipulated to her advantage, she exploited a wish spell granted by an unsuspecting ally, allowing her to be reborn yet again into a dragon, a blue dragon. And in her draconic form, she took on the name the Shroud of Lightning, concealing herself within the dragon district to cultivate her might and weave her influence quietly, so as to not draw attention until she was fully prepared. During this period, she grew a vast network of spies, allies, and followers, each one unknowingly helping her build the groundwork for her final transformation. Using all of her influences across the infernal with her old identity and the new dragon form and allies and identities through that, she began to build the transformation into becoming a lich. As her dragon powers matured, she embraced lichdom to achieve the ultimate state and gathered ancient text and dark rituals to become a Dracolich, being beyond the limitations of mortality or allegiance to any higher powers. And her name Shalcross is drawn from the celestial, infernal, and draconic tongues, and the title of holding Thunderclap Crater, a shadowed crossroads, as it's said, shortened to Shadowcross, shadowed crosslands. A being who has crossed boundaries others fear, shrouded in both darkness and light, the wielder of powers transcending mortal comprehension. Unwittingly, she set in motion this prophecy she wrote in her earliest form. Her relentless pursuit of immortality and the ability to stand beyond the confines of planar influences brought her into conflict with the current prophesied heroes. A group shadowed in starlight. These heroes seemed fated to challenge her plans, following this prophetic vision, and somehow herself basically shackled and drawn to these chalices that she coveted, she collected over all these time, and she did not know their origin or their connection, and thus dropped right into your palms, when you so so foolishly challenged her in a state of weakness. It is anything, the only thing that it could be is destiny. You all should be destroyed right now. You all should be dead. You all should be gone. As of what was literally 2 months ago, you were but infants in the scheme of power. And now look at you. Each one of you has developed in such a way so quickly and so fast. There's nothing to be matched with but anything but destiny. I told you I would learn everything about her a long time ago. And learn about her phylactery and where to destroy her. And that I wouldn't act so that you would still continue to exist and come to be. I've learned more. But to answer all of the questions, and I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I knew of what was and what is now because of immediately after you told me, I started scrying and divining into the future as much as I could into what would be a 200-year on the current path. And it wasn't until you put forth the march of time that accelerated a course of reckoning. But it was also something else. Something else that I didn't realize. But now, after all this time, it makes more sense, especially with you being here. This font of life. Whatever is awakened in you was very dormant before. And it's been a beacon. A literal call. Well, that went out very bright and very far. And then you were gone for 200 years. But for 4 months, it put out that call. And everything has come after it. The resources of Zenith have been undoubtedly hit harder than what had ever been divined, or in from your past and your histories and your minds. We have been under siege. What was peace and what was this reckoning of barrier and semblance of order has been on a cataclysmic schedule for destruction. We have had breach after breach over the last century. And currently, the outfall is tremendous. There have been things that have made it in that have not been extinguished out. We have had armies mobilized and protections put forth. But there's something greater coming, something much larger. And it seems that from our studies and our observations, this being, this thing, this antithesis of life, this thing that was from beyond, is marching towards us. And I only imagine it will go so now at a much increased rate, now that you're here. I don't know why you have this inside you. I don't know how you had the ability to go back in time. I don't know why the order is unfolding the way it is. But there is something of greater design and work here. There's much to be learned. You are a Fae. And this is a big step into this. Something is connected on a greater level in understanding. The Fae knows something. You need to get to your parents quickly and learn everything they know. They have been working on this for a long time. And from the distance, and what I can tell, they've made greater progress with the march of technology. With the advancements in telescopic means and travel to and out of our own atmosphere. The ability to see beyond and what was and how far out to creation. It's in the stars. They have to know something. Ultimately, this prophecy ends one way, with you restoring the planes of existence. Everything else that we're doing, and all the problems at hand, don't matter if that gets completed. If that gets done, everything else will cease. I don't know how it will separate. I don't know what will be left. I don't know what that looks like. But there are so many things that are unfolding at a rate that seems to be unmatched. You can't march and solve them all. There's going to be many things that are going to draw your attention, time, urgency. Focus on what you need to learn to be able to finish this prophecy. I'm here as a resource. I will help you however I can, but I also have to keep this place from falling apart. I have been active over the last 200 years in every way that would not hinder your existence. And that has been a delicate tightrope walk of understanding what does and doesn't affect what is supposed to be. My brain has heard it. Literally. What did I look like before? What do I look like now? What are my mannerisms? You broke me, okay? This new future is something I don't think any of you are prepared for. But you're the only answer we've got, apparently. A lot of events have happened. One, disappearances quite all over. A massive plague in the Mystic District. I believe your parents are affected, Verlaine. You need to get there soon. You may be able to cure them. However, like I said, many things will draw your attention and will pull you off task and probably still need to be addressed, but you need to learn as much as you can along the way to get to the ultimate goal. I understand one of your trusted companions, Penny, was taken. I believe Shallcross is the immediate suspect. And it is my indication that they will be at the summit meeting, as well as leaders from every district and champions. It will be from every influential faction and other things. I have only called it in a meeting a first of its kind. A meeting of the defense of Zenith and a unified stance and strategy meeting against the Void for what is coming. And that's all they know. However, once everyone's in the room, that's where things start to get interesting. Alliances start to be shown. Talks start happening. Politics are engaged in a way that are accelerated. Currently, districts are forming up to draw stances of reshaping Zenith, where others are weakened by attacks from the Void, where they've had literal failures at their perimeters. Others are looking to take advantage of that, to rewrite order. And I'm not looking to flex my power to stamp out an example, because the loss of life will be great. And if they retaliate or strike first or others, the loss of life will be great. And the more numbers we have, the less likely this big bad being that we don't even know the name of will come after us. Because that's so far all I can tell is then the only reason it hasn't come so far. It's been pushing everything else and all the other monstrosities toward Zenith to basically weaken us. And at this rate, I don't see us keeping up. So, summit meeting will be an information gathering. And we'll also be trying to see how much you can learn of Shallcross, putting that to bed. The phylactery is a difficult situation. It's encrusted into a gem, and the gem is nestled. Have you guys ever heard of a person called Tiamat?
Person called what?
Would I have heard of Tiamat?
Noah has.
Because as a player, I'm pretty familiar. As a character,
I have no idea.
history check.
So, I believe every single one of you, maybe not you, may have heard of some tale about the literal queen of dragons. A 5-headed, massive dragon.
Ah.
One of all the chromatic types. Incredibly powerful. In the past, have been locked within the hells on the first level, on Avernus. And now is nestled within the great chasm, chained for all this time, in the middle of the great war between the demon and devil district, as a means of destroying anything that comes to that barrier, that divide, a way that all the demons and devils have sentenced basically her to perpetually be for what all of her crimes are. However, in all of the workings, Shallcross and all of her time somehow put that gem into a prized piece of Tiamat's. So, I don't know if you'll be able to ever destroy it. But it's there. And that's what I know. I don't know if you could work out a deal, or you could steal it, or you could kill her and destroy it, or you could destroy it and leave. But it is, there.
Sorry, we've been gone. We killed Shallcross
She came back in 3 days after he killed her.
3 days. Would she appear pretty much right next to Tiamat?
She did.
Ah, and Tiamat's just cool with that?
They have a deal.
Interesting. A good deal, or like
I don't know all of the details of the deal, but it's been orchestrated over lots of time, and apparently you all are the first to ever destroy her. So this is the first time that she's ever appeared, and I believe she is now doing something in return for Tiamat. I don't know what. However, I believe she also is looking for you all and has Penny. And I believe she'll be at the summit meeting, and I believe there will be something in exchange wanted.
Shallcross will be at the summit meeting?
I believe so.
Oh boy.
I also believe that her Death Knight will be in here as disguise. Master Thalgor Blackfist.
Shit.
And she also has a Soul Devourer as one of her main generals. And I don't know if they'll be in attendance.
What's a soul devourer?
No. Malgathor is
he's the soul collector.
Yes, he's a soul collector, and he's a greater Rakshasa. Very, very dangerous and very, very strong. However, just one of the many generals of the Devil District. However, the influences that he has is stronger than him.
So he will not be in attendance?
Oh, he'll be here.
Okay.
Who said he would?
Yeah, he said he would.
Yeah.
He said he would meet
I already
us
spoke
at
to him.
the summit.
the influence and play of all these beings are large. As one of the voices for House Aurelius, which I know is a tenuous relationship, you may have a lot to bargain with as one of the leaders of the human district. And I'm afraid there's been some large developments in the plague that has been sundered across the Mystic District.
Such as?
Barias's family has been killed. All of the wild hearts are wiped out. It looks as if it was perpetually targeted against them. And I believe you are the sole heir now, as the bastard child of Wildheart. Barias, I believe you have a throne to claim.
Sucks to be sick, doesn't it?
Get well soon, Isaac.
His family died to a plague in game. He's dying to a plague in real life.
Got your soul.
What is this plague? Like a sickness, an illness? Or
I believe it is a fragment of... It feels like it's a fragment of the being itself that is hunting. Like a symbiote type plague that is stretching across the land and consuming individuals for their information. It's looking
for
him.
well, at least
But it breached the mystic side 2 weeks ago and has blazed a path through. And there are parts of it that seem to be fragmented pieces, like it leaves behind a plague. And that's what I believe your family, Relaine, is affected by. But the main being, the main symbiote or darkness that was targeting and consuming information, it is brutally quick. And it's almost that by proximity it releases some kind of sickness upon the land or something. And that's what is spreading and destroying most of the Mystic District. But I think the symbiote is jumping through districts at a rate that I don't understand. And I don't know if it's for the reason for these disappearances or something else.
You don't happen to know where my siblings are?
I don't.
Didn't think so. That's fine.
But any of these creatures and beings, they can't be reached by sending or divination means, scrying, anything. They're just gone. No body. Nothing left behind. Eyewitness accounts of them being engulfed in shadow and gone. Presumed dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if these are all instances of missing people that are all going lost from encounters within the central trading hub, a common place of shared meeting between all these districts. But there aren't too many accounts in each district other than the Mystic District and the central trading hub. But I can't rule out that this doesn't exist in multiple places. And it's not just one host of being.
Not the news that we were hoping for.
Is there a time frame that has been concluded on how long people last once they have whatever this plague is?
From half a week to 2 weeks.
And this thing got into the Mystic District a week ago?
At least. Or more. Disappearances started 2 weeks ago.
Sounds like I'm going home tomorrow, guys. I can't risk it.
Of course not. We can go there. See if there's anything else we can pick up while we're there.
Where's the map? Aren't the Mystic District and the Elven District near each other?
Yes, they're side by side.
We can just make a little road trip. Go to the Mystic District, go to the Elven District.
Well, we also have the summit meeting in 3 days.
So we'll have to be fast.
It's gonna take us 3 days just to get there.
Well, we have the street taxi thing now.
It's not going to take me 3 days to get home.
No?
Not if Sophia gets teleporting back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get teleported.
I can go home instantly. But it would just be me if I do that.
Unless, if you teleport first, can we teleport to you?
Yes.
Didn't realize that was an option.
Well, seems like that's what we'll be doing then. The moment teleportation's back up, we'll go to your place.
Hopefully
Heal your parents.
You
Sorry,
too.
guys.
It's okay.
No worries.
I'm feeling poopy.
Drive
Okay.
safe.
It's totally fair.
I'll see y'all later.
We love you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Glad you can make it for as long as you did.
Yeah.
Adios.
Adios.
Insight check this guy. See the cause of all this. See the villain. Vibe check, please.
I don't think he is, but I'll still do an insight check.
15.
I got 18.
That's bad.
That is a 27.
Do you guys want to guess what you need to beat?
30.
More than 27.
40. Let's go.
Well,
I figured it was high.
It's probably impossible for all of us except for maybe Ronnie.
I don't have a lot that I can offer you at the moment. But I can let you have access to what we would normally let the champions of the year access. Tomes to expand your attributes beyond their max. It's a collection I have had for many times, many years, centuries.
Well,
I will take it.
I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a little bit of time of studying, though.
We got plenty of time.
Wonder how much time. we
And the
could
tomes
spend.
have to stay here.
That ruins my plan.
How long do you think?
It'd be so much easier
Yes.
if we could study
On the road.
outside of time.
I like your thinking.
Well, we can't take the films with us.
Right.
So they
So sad. So we study him, and then hopefully by then, teleporting will be back with Chino.
mm-hmm. Worst case scenario, can you teleport us there?
Towards where?
Mystic District?
I can send you.
Worst case scenario, we can get there, and then I could just teleportation circle back to the human district, and then it's just an hour ride to the central trading hub again.
It just skips the Elfin District.
Yeah.
We wanted to get information from my parents before the summit. I'm assuming
3 days.
would be ideal.
It would probably be for the best.
We'll see. By then, the teleportation should be up, though.
If anything, I'll just run over.
All right.
I'm assuming you want us all at the summit.
Of course.
Okay.
But also, I believe you haven't talked to Amelia yet.
No.
Nope.
Couldn't find her.
She will definitely want you there. She is drawing on as many allies as possible, but she had already intended for you to be there to be championing Chino as a viable source of protection to these occurrences and these encounters from the void. Since you won the arena. In which a lot has changed in a small amount of time, but the objective is still clear. You have to have a quick means of putting a force together, and there is a great resistance to a hero agency when technology and magic, why draw need for other people to be able to teleport into your areas when they can just arm up their populace better. But it's a delayed response, and the damage is done too heavily. So I'm swinging in the favor of Chino.
Yes,
But there's a lot of
because
people to be won over.
Random civilians with weapons of mass destruction will be so good for Zenith.
Well,
And
Untrained masses with...
they intend to put it in a trained militia hands, but the training time and response time and the stationing and patrols and logistic nightmare, they just want the power within their own control and the authorized means to form up more armies.
well then, sounds like we have 3 days to do all of our errands, and we can make a better name for Chino. If anyone can do an impossible task, it'd be us.
At least we get one free do-over.
That we do.
What does that mean?
Modify memory.
I won't work on him.
I again go back in time to our last nap. I can create an acre in a timeline, and then if we all die, back. One try again. A little bit better next time.
No wonder you've all have survived.
We only just recently found out about this, actually.
There's
The rest of
lucky
it's
before.
yeah, just very much lucky. Now we have boosted lucky.
Well,
we haven't even all died yet. Just
No, the
That's
most we've
true.
lost is 3.
in that
And that was
case,
only temporary.
We've almost all died. We didn't.
you could get all of your studying done to increase your stats before the summit meeting by reversing the time twice.
Is that how that works?
No. Because if we... I have
Well, you
to...
retain all your memories,
Yes.
so you would be able to learn the material,
Oh.
gain more time and do it, and learn more material,
Yeah.
gain more time, learn it.
Yeah. Technically, yes.
It is possible.
So we just read throughout the day, and then go back, and then read it all again. I don't know how long does it take to do it.
You need 48 hours of studying within 6 days.
So we could do it in 3, 8, 16, 24.
But then it would be the summit.
But I would go back in time each day.
Right.
But But then,
So then we would have 0 days before the summit.
Right.
but then we don't go to the Mystic District. And we
Right.
don't go to the Elven District.
Which we need to do before the summit.
As much as I would love,
No. I'm saying it would be 3 days before the summit because if we take today and read it, and then at the end of the day, we go back to the beginning of this day, come back here, or I guess we could sleep here tonight, and then read all tomorrow, and then go back, and then read it all again, and then go back, and then read it all again, and then go back, and then go to the Mystic District, and then we would still have 2 days.
We can only anchor once a day though. And tomorrow would be 2 days.
so we lose a day every other anchor.
If today you're able to go solve the Mystic District and your parents and come back here tonight and sleep and study the next 2 days fervently, you would wake up on the third day buffed.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
If that's the math.
If that's the math, yeah, you're probably smarter than all of us are. So sure. Before we go, any you have a better axe laying around? This thing's about 200 years old.
A better axe.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Damn. Any other ways to help us besides?
Isn't your loot the axe?
No, not yet.
Oh.
He tells me he's too weak to do that. He's still so sleepy.
Afraid not. But that armor is something you weren't wearing before.
Yep.
I need to identify it. Give it to me.
I just walk up to you and you still do it. Yeah, he made it. These two made it.
Check
And
your
I'm
Google
very
Doc.
proud of it.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
Zach knowing damn well I never read that thing.
Never had the time.
Scroll up through our channel, sees 9 million. Oi, oi, oi.
But yeah, if you go to the Google Doc and you'll see it all.
We
In
can
there.
always go out, get what we need, and just come back here if we need to.
For that.
I can read off highlights to you if you want me while you're trying to find it.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. We can progress the story a little bit more.
I mean, I think he wants to know.
I want to know. I built it.
That is fair.
We built it.
Yeah, we did.
That's fair. Y'all built
This
it, yes.
magnificent plate armor is crafted from the scales of a colossal lightning leviathan, shimmering with an iridescent glow as bolts of electricity occasionally ripple across its surface. The scales themselves seem to hum faintly, like a distant thunderstorm. +3 bonus to AC. Immunity to lightning damage. Static presence. While wearing this armor, you cannot be forcibly moved by lightning or thunder-based spell effects or based effects or spells, such as Thunderwave. Features. There's a recharge ability on a 5 or 6 called Leviathan's Judgment. As an action, you unleash the power of the lightning leviathan within the armor, calling a bolt of divine lightning to strike a creature within 60 feet. They must make a dexterity saving throw with a DC of 18, and on a failed save it takes 6d10 lightning damage and is paralyzed until the end of its next turn. On successful save, it takes half damage and is not paralyzed. At will, Aegis of the Storm. The armor emanates an aura of static energy in a 10-foot radius around you. Enemies within the aura take 1d6 lightning damage at the start of their turns, and allies within the aura gain advantage on saving throws against effects that would paralyze, stun, or restrain them. And once per day, Skybound Might. As a bonus action, you channel the ferocity of the lightning leviathan into your strikes for 1 minute. Your melee weapon attacks deal an additional 2d8 lightning damage on a hit, and critical hits with a melee weapon trigger an arc of lightning that leaps to up to 2 other creatures of your choice within 15 feet, each taking 3d6 lightning damage.
That's what a natural 20 will get you.
That's what a DC 40 Arcana and a DC like what you get like 35 on your
Something like that.
smithing
It was
tools?
crazy.
Venturing into the void is a dangerous prospect, but it can be very rewarding, especially with the right smiths and luck.
We got a lot of luck.
Luck is on our side.
Don't say that.
So,
You've doomed us all. You really can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to the Mystic District.
Well, do we want to go and gear up and then come back?
We should check our lockbox.
We should check our lockbox, gear up, come back. We need it. We're about to go into lockdown mode, so
Yeah, probably spend as much money as we possibly can on items and things like that.
yep.
should we? We need to figure out when Sophia thinks teleportation is going to be back up as well. Because if it's not going to be today, then we need to split up.
Here, I'll do this.
We're all going to do it today.
We don't have any sendings anymore, right?
No.
I'll summon my familiar.
Ronnie
Ronnie
does.
still does.
Ronnie does.
So Ronnie can
Well,
send
I
her.
could also just do this. I'm just gonna turn my owl into a carrier pigeon. Wedhig, I'll write a little message. Send to us when teleportation will be back online. The Void Walkers, and I'll give it to Wedhig. And yeah,
All right.
off he goes.
Good. Great. We can go to our lockbox, get as much as equipment as we possibly can,
Mhm.
ocean stores, things like that. I have no doubt we have enough money.
Yeah.
And then I can come back here and have him teleport us to the Mystic District. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Good. So, I mean, you have pretty much infinite money. He has like $669,000 left after he gave me enough money to put my balance in accord. And
How did you end up in debt?
I was homeless, man. I don't know. I'm not from this town. I'm literally not from here, but I am now. We set up our lockbox before we left, so we're gonna go raid that. Let's go.
We'll be back
Be
in
back.
2 hour stops. Hopefully.
Off you guys jet.
Miniature shopping episode, go.
You guys jump into a little one of the speed taxis and to the Wizard Bank.
Mhm.
You guys arrive at Gringotts, basically. This is an incredibly formidable, magically protected and heavily armed by wizards. It is the Wizard Bank. It is the most secure place of wealth in Zenith. And it is the Fort Knox. It is everything. It is crazy. It has extra dimensional protections and passing and like other wards against beings. So, as you guys are approaching, what's the strategy?
I mean, just walk up to the teller, right?
You guys walk in as yourselves.
Sure.
We
Come
are famous.
to the front desk here, and you see someone peek up over the front. Looks to be a dragonborn, green. Goes, how do you do?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, good.
How are you?
Very well now.
Okay.
Little freaky. Okay.
Yeah.
I can get down with that.
I see you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I like being seen.
Yeah.
I'm going to step behind her like
Bashful, you are?
What?
Bashful?
I don't think she knows what that word means.
Yeah, we'll go
Not
with
educated?
Oh,
Poor
we
thing.
definitely aren't, except for him. He's a smart one.
Gleeful. Just here to be a
Withdraw.
tourist.
Withdraw.
Withdrawal.
The name should be, well, we don't know what the name of it is, but we have the key and a passcode, so
A key and a passcode? For a withdrawal, you must be important.
my name is Lord Elvin Aurelius.
That sounds important. Let me get my manager.
That sounds good.
I like the freaky dragon.
No manager, we want you.
Matter of fact, what are you doing? Oh, I have plans. Save the world and everything. God damn it.
You're here for withdrawal?
Indeed.
Come with me.
All right.
All of you?
Yep.
All of us.
Go with him.
Step lively.
How else would we step? Can't step if you're dead.
As you see this being,
Where's
it's
the other guy?
hard to understand the species of what you're looking at. It's not a human. It's not an elf. It's not a tiefling. It's not a lizard folk. You're having a hard time placing any particular origin for this creature.
Just a little guy.
But as you realize, the cloak and stuff, they're not touching the ground.
Oh, I can do that too.
They're not very big, only about 4 feet tall, but is definitely clearly hovering and levitating and moving. As brings you guys to a basically safety deposit box room. Goes, all right. I'm ready for your passphrase.
Trust within the providence of time.
That doesn't sound familiar. Give me a second.
The key is an amulet, if that helps.
Let me see this key. Come with me. And you guys get escorted further, deeper into this room before he pulls aside a rug. Real secure. And
Caesar's an ass.
and there is a door underneath the rug that opens up to a literal just downward little staircase that goes down. As it does, it passes into what is like a steel vault hallway that is just encased. You walk
bigger than Shallcross's.
You walk
under this
down
bank.
about 20 feet down this, go through a massive door, get shut behind you, move another 10 feet or so, and you see as he deactivates something, but you have no idea how he did it. The hands that he has up here didn't move or do any somatic or anything like that. You're unsure of what just got neutralized. But as you're all walking through very carefully, y'all are almost like on top of each other. Just being like, anything could kill me right now. Before opens to another room. He goes, I wasn't around when this was made, but I've heard legend of it. I believe this is the first time it's ever being accessed. This right here, and points to the lone keyhole in this wall. I don't think it's ever been opened. If this truly works, I'm going to be telling everyone about this. With confidence about the interaction. I wouldn't know the contents, it's fine. But you could try it. Opens up. And inside a massive vault full of gems and coins. He goes, "Who are you?"
You can call me Scrooge McDuck.
I thought it was a ledger error that this was documented as an asset, nestled under House Aurelius as an IOU, not a legitimate. It is in our possession number.
What is the number? Just out of curiosity.
I believe they have this as marked down as to the tune of 300 million.
Lock that one. Our boy. Our boy.
No, that's just the gems.
Oh.
Oh!
Right, as it should be.
Yes, as it should. I see.
The gold here and the platinum looks to sum out to 1.4 billion.
1.4 billion platinum?
Total, just total
Just total.
value.
Okay.
That's so much copper.
In gems.
Oh, and gems for 1.4.
No, the 300 million is in gems.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, total of 1.7
Total?
billion?
Yep.
Good. Then everything's in order.
Wonderful.
Crazy that it came with such an even number.
Oberon is like visibly shaking.
Yep,
Dragon horde.
Everything's good.
Dragon horde.
Star Rail was a great investment.
Mm-hmm.
So, with this, we can pair up to your digitized accounts for use, and we can have it paid out easily. You don't have to worry about transporting anything. It will be safe and secure here.
Wonderful.
What was your name again?
The name is Bob.
Bob. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Well,
125 years working here. I have never been speechless.
how much do you make an hour, Bob?
Plenty. I'm well paid,
That's good.
but I am your peasant.
Now I can call people peasants again.
Yeah, I think we all can.
Well,
Wonderful. Glad that's in order. We are short on time.
We are, yes, yeah, enough
We
gardening.
need to go.
Yep.
We are short on time. Whose account is this going under?
Can we
It
not
could
attach
be
it
to each one of
all
you.
Of us?
Yeah, all of us.
I see, like a joint account.
Yes.
Understood.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Do we need to not have you on it, Oberon?
No, I'm just shaking because of the money. It's just a lot. Dragon blood.
Yeah.
Let's lock the door. Let's close the door.
Oh, we better want to get out of this room.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and close the door.
Mr. McDuck,
I have 4 names now.
Damn it, I gotta come up with another name. We're gonna stay ahead.
is any special preparations for a future arrival of any of you?
I think for now we're good with everything as it is.
Wonderful.
We're on as we said, a bit of a time crunch at the moment. We have some very important things coming up in a very short time. That may change in the future, but for now, things are good.
All right.
Keep up the
Great,
good work.
actually.
If you'll come with me to oversee my memory being changed, I will forget this contents of this room, but I will not forget you.
All right.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
As long as we are following protocol.
That is protocol.
If it makes you feel better, we'll request you next time we need to come in the room.
Thank you. You will now be cherished friends in my memory, but I won't know for why.
That's okay.
Because of our sparkling personalities.
We can make it so.
You could be so mean to Bob every time. He just modify his memory so he doesn't know.
Poor Bob.
We're being nice
As
to Bob,
we're
though.
walking to this modified memory area, Bob, quick question. Would you know any very prestigious magic items shops around this area? Like, I'm talking best of the best.
Well, you would want to go to probably Z Industries. Upmost, top of the line.
You work there.
Oh, well, you got a line in.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well,
Wonderful.
that's 1.7 billion, as in billion, by the way. Just in case.
I know.
Unfortunately, none of this will matter if the world ends, but, it's fine. Your memory's getting erased, so it's fine.
People say about the world ending all the time.
I believe that.
With what we just learned about what has happened over a relatively short time that we've been out of touch, that makes sense.
All right.
So you guys see where he goes to a place that's literally like a small little like chamber here, and you can see how it's basically like onto a screen coded out that upon the entering of the chamber he got to see nothing of the contents. So it was basically all black, and everything that was spoken about from the time of it being opened to now is gone. But all of y'all's introduction of coming there, the passphrase of it, that's also gone too.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
but he knows you, and he knows the key,
Mm-hmm.
that stuff.
Cool.
Beautiful.
He'd have to use the book to find it again.
Yeah. Well,
Wonderful.
well, now we have money to burn. Let's go get decked out, I guess.
The best gear money can buy.
Yep.
To Z Industries. Hopefully Ronnie can give us a discount. I don't know why I say that. We have so much money, but Still
Every
would be
copper
nice.
counts.
How do you even...
Damn straight when we're talking about our horde. Sorry.
So, in this case, what's going to happen is you guys are going to be able to, over the next week, shop around for your best in slot items that y'all want, and then just go ahead and shoot me a message that says, "Hey, this is what I want."
Cool.
And then I'll be like, "This is how much to subtract for acquisition, speediness, all that, like all the things."
Nice.
Okay. Beautiful. Dang.
What is your
Nothing bad's going to happen.
Nothing bad's gonna happen. What's your rule on wands of spells? Would those be purchasable?
So, in this world, like as far as that, like wand of like magic missile and stuff like that, totally fine, totally fine.
I'm thinking more of like unconventional spells, i.e., like sending things like that.
No, typically not made. So.
Okay, so just like buying a surplus of scrolls, things like that would be good.
The consumable nature of scrolls, I'd say you'd be limited to one or two of, because the consumable nature of
Yeah,
them.
they don't sell consumables much in Zenith.
Yeah.
Is there any-
Because that's a lot of labor intensity for it to be gone. And then with the permanent items, those are in trade and they stick around forever and all. So it's like a little bit hard, a little bit easier for them to be more of an accumulation of, whereas the consumables have just been always built and used and built and used. And so there's not like this backstock log of creations of all that. That's why the academy was always the best place to find consumables, because they're practicing to make them.
Right.
So
going back there on a good day would be the best time to ever do something like that.
for consumables, that's probably the better move. But with Z Industries, they've got a lock on potions and things y'all want to get. So, but what you got to factor in is, you can get a bag of holding. You can
Huge.
stuff things in there, and you can get a ton of things. That's totally fine. But you have to be mindful if the party has more than one bag of holding, interactions that might happen where you kill yourselves, or if you drop into another pocket dimension with one, all these different things. So just be careful of that. Otherwise, if you want to play it safe and not do a bag of holding, and you want to kit yourself out, be thinking of what you can carry. So fundamentally, max probably 4 potions. And then wherever your weapons can equip normally, +1.
Okay. Well, I don't have any weapons, so.
I have the carrying capacity of a large creature, so I
Backpack.
feasibly carry more than the rest of the party.
Right.
I figure one bag of holding would be enough.
Mhm.
Does somebody have a bag of? No, nobody has a bag of holding. So one bag of holding. I
We
think
thought
would
we had a
be-
bag of holding, and then it turned out it was a bagman bag.
Yeah, it was a bag of. Oh no, we're screwed all the time, every day.
Yep.
And we just ignore it.
Yep.
That's a long name for a bag. Wow. Okay, so let's assume that we did all of our shopping
Mhm.
and then go back to
Cade.
Cade
Mm-hmm.
and keep going.
And probably next session we'll play out some of the interaction at Z's.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
so you guys jump back to Cade's, and then whisked off to the Mystic District.
We never heard back from Sophia.
Not yet.
Not
She
yet.
has sending though, so we'll hear
We're
back
just
from her.
hoping.
We're
Yeah,
hoping.
We're hoping.
Okay.
So, you land now in the Mystic District in your village, and there is a bit of chaos abounding, as there has been evacuations and movements and other things like that, and there have been little low-key hospital tents that have been set up to tend to people that are sick, and as you land, all of you're looking about and everything, and the scene itself is a little chaotic, but you recognize that you're literally right in front of your family home, and behind you is a medicine tent set up. Which way do you want to look for first? You want to go to the medicine tent? You want a hospital tent? You want to go into your home?
If my family seems to have been affected by this plague, hospital tent first.
Okay. As you turn to go towards the hospital tent, a little girl stumbles through the street and goes, "Dad!" And you see this child, tears streaking down her face. Elephant folk locks it on, and her eyes connect just over your shoulder and comes running past you into the arms of another.
Oh my god! There's no way.
Oh, you really know your girlfriend, let alone your
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I haven't seen intelligence checks, man, apparently.
Relaine might have some game in this timeline, but not that much.
That was fire, dude. That was so funny.
So good.
She runs into the arms of her dad and reunites. You move
I am shook.
I broke all seriousness.
There's a honestly a massive wave of relief just washes over Elaine. It's like, if I'm gonna have a kid, I would like to be around and to remember.
But you run towards the tent. The rest of you guys all in tow. And you break through into the tent itself. And you start to look around at all the different people and everything. Make a perception check.
It's a good thing I have inspiration, because that was trash. That's almost as far as it could have been from the last roll.
In a good way?
Yes,
Okay, good.
the first one was a natural one. The second one was a 19. 23.
23. You immediately recognize your father. He is hunched down at a bed, and he looks tired. He looks exhausted. And you see your mom there at the bed, laying down, motionless. Close the distance.
I'm running if I can. Like, I'm getting there as quick as possible.
You close the distance quickly. Your dad looks up. Relaine, can you help her?
I hope so. Can I do that? I will cast Greater Restoration on my mother.
All right. As you go and cast this spell, you have the components needed for it.
Let me look.
Could have probably been picked up in our
Yeah,
shopping
our
episode.
shopping spree.
There were probably
Yeah, it's
gems
just-
in the actual.
Yeah, it's 100 GP worth of diamond dust. And you imbue a creature you touch with. You can reduce target's exhaustion or end the effects. Charm petrified curse. Any reduction to one of the target's abilities. One effect reducing the target's hit point maximum.
As you cast this over her, you see it take effect, and immediately there's a bit of relief for her. It's noticeable. You took off a point of exhaustion. But whatever is ailing her, whatever is affecting her, is still affecting her.
Mind if I try something here? We'll
Please.
see if it. We'll at least get an answer. I'll cast Identify on her, so I'll be able to tell if there's any spells specifically that are affecting her.
Okay. As you look over this and cast Identify, trying to see if there's a spell or other things that is infecting with this. See if this will show.
Do you have remove curse?
You see that it is
I don't.
not a spell that
At
is
least not prepared.
affecting her.
So there's no
Right.
spells.
Here, let me help. I will spend 5 points of my lay on hands to cure her disease.
As you go to do this, let me look at this as well, make sure. You immediately feel an impact. There's no disease within her.
Interesting.
No spell affecting her, no disease that is affecting her.
I'll try it once again for poison, just to see.
And no poison. She definitely has points of exhaustion by the fact that you removed one. There's probably more, but there's something else afflicting.
No spell, no disease, no poison. What could this be?
Father, do the clerics, the medics, have any information? Do we know anything about this?
Everything they seem to try doesn't work. It doesn't seem to... It's like whatever gets a hold of them, they can't rest, and eventually they get taken by it. She was affected 3 days ago, and I don't know if we could learn more at the source. There is what we believe is the root of whatever infestation that's broken through from the void. It came through the Underdark, and it has all but festered. I think there's something there that is spreading its influence. Maybe we went there and we destroyed it, or I don't know. I would go with you.
I want to insight check him, see if he's also being affected by whatever this is.
He looks rather, in appearance, worn down. What's your total roll?
19.
19. You see that he is suffering some exhaustion.
No, sorry, 20 total.
20. He is suffering some exhaustion. You're unsure if he has it or not. If that's from him just not resting, or if he is afflicted.
You seem like you're having a rough time. Are you also suffering its effects? Or is this just...
I don't know if I am or not, or if I'm just fighting it better, or if I'm on a clock too. I don't know. But I've been known to hold my own.
While they're having this conversation, I'm casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'd also like to do something.
We were out of contact with basically all of civilization for several weeks. We just got back and learned of a lot of what is happening, and finding where this thing got into the district and hopefully destroying it seems like a solid way to eradicate it. From what we've been told, it seems to be some sort of symbiotic creature that's causing this in some way. So whatever piece of it that may be left in the district could be what's keeping this thing functional, active.
Maybe so.
I don't want to lose either of you. And gods know I've seen you hold your own. But I don't want to put you in any more danger than you have to be.
You can say less. I understand. I'll stay here. Find any answers you can. Soon?
The goal is hopefully by the end of the day.
Okay. As you cast Detect Magic on this, you're not sensing the presence of magic that's necessarily visible to this. There's a slight necromantic like aura or essence, but it's not like, oh, this is this.
There's
you
nothing
know.
like tethered.
Right.
It's just like, oh, it's kind of there from something else.
Right.
Okay. That's good to know, though.
I cast divination.
Yeah.
And I would like to ask if killing the root of the plague will cure the disease.
Okay. Whoa.
That's the wrong spell.
Oh.
That's augury.
That's augury.
Divination. GM offers a truthful reply. Short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or omen.
Stop the further spread, but will not cure.
I'll telepathically relay that.
There's one other thing that I could do, but it wouldn't be until tomorrow. I can cast Legend Lore and get more information.
Question.
Hmm.
Cade said whatever this thing is that is trying to break in and has afflicted these people is some kind of like antithetical thing to the font of life that's within me.
Mm-hmm.
So, would there be some kind of way for me to find a cure it? I'm gonna ask the loot and see if he knows anything.
Okay. For this, go ahead and make. I'm gonna say an insight check.
Alright. For me?
Yeah.
Okay, 17.
17. As you kind of peer into your experiences and what you've been told, and about yourself and about this, about a possibility, maybe ability or gift that you have that you haven't been able to use, kind of lean into the loot a little bit about dormant abilities. It was, I've been listening, and there's a lot going on.
You're
There's a lot
telling me.
to keep up with, but sometimes you gotta spin the wheel. You never know.
You never know. Ain't that true?
So, basically, it's like worth a shot, but doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
The thing
Try
is,
something.
I think that we have enough information to go off of to at least try that solution first, and then if that doesn't work, come back, use this, and then maybe we'll have better answers.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have a direction, then we should go in that direction first.
All right. I suppose we shouldn't waste any more time. Can you point us in the right direction? Or
Yes. It's not too far from here. It's closer to the Wild Heart Grove, and close over-ish where I believe you know Boot to be from. So, it'll be pretty evident when you get closer. It's a scar on the land.
All right. This was not how I intended any of you
Right.
to see my home or meet my family.
Hi, I'm Elvin Aurelius.
Stands up. Aurelius. Very nice to meet you.
You as well.
Aaron. Just Aaron.
Aaron.
I'm Oberon.
Oberon. Boot, of course. Ronnie. Lieutenant Ronnie.
This is my father, Relomos.
There.
Better term.
Used to be an adventurer like you.
Relomos.
It's an honest, I guess.
I forgot my name.
At times in the arena.
Yeah.
And,
Used to be my mace.
He wields it very well.
hopefully soon Mother will get to meet you all.
Hopefully.
Do we need to do any additional healing before we go? Do you think?
If you have more greater restorations, but I think that would basically just help a day, take away a day of it. Because they're dying from exhaustion.
Right
That's what I can
now,
tell.
I have one per
I
day.
have
Approach
cure
with the
wounds,
clerics.
but I don't have great restoration.
Okay.
So.
We're the Voidwalkers, if you couldn't tell.
Or I have less
Kate
restoration.
himself said, I have some kind of antithetical thing to this. I want you to test my blood.
As
Towards the affliction. If at all possible.
That seems... Someone immediately that overhears this goes, I volunteered for anything.
It's not that guy, is it?
Huh?
Is it our friend? The curse is the gnome guy that we met.
No.
Donnie,
No.
or whatever his name was.
You see a small child, maybe not very much child, but more like teen, that looks like
So
he's
probably like 30.
yeah, probably,
Older
but
than me.
not fully grown by any means. That immediately volunteers for any kind of experimental nature, and he goes. The clerics look at you and goes, I'm not so sure about this. I'm not sure the best way to do it. You got any ideas?
To get the blood out.
All of it. Whether are we trying to make him ingest it, or are we trying to put it into his blood? What are we trying to do? I get that it could work, but how?
Perhaps putting it into his own?
Classic vaccination style.
Seems as good a test as any.
Alright, maybe we stick some kind of pipe into you and to him.
Alright.
Anybody got any? That should work. Just not something we are familiar with.
I can try to do it. I probably have better understanding of human anatomy.
Probably. I'm a dragon
Give it a
boy.
shot. We just usually stick with the divine stuff.
Yeah. I'll mage hand.
Not a practical.
So there's no like shaking.
Mhm.
And so mage hand very precisely. I don't know the anatomy of a dragonborn, but your bane should be about here since you're humanoid.
All enhance ability.
If it's all the same to you.
Can't hurt to try.
Medicine check, please.
Bonus action guidance.
Oh, that's wisdom. Wisdom.
You
Got
want me
you.
to do that?
Bardic
Yeah.
inspiration.
Bonus action
Wink.
guidance. Forgot that was
Okay,
a thing.
good. 16 on the dice. 17 on that. And then bardic inspiration.
Yep, so d6.
17, 20, 21. Plus medicine.
Yeah.
23.
And 23. You guys, very experienced with biology and studying of those things. Far more practical knowledge than any of these have ever touched or practiced with, because of magic. And so with this, your studied habits are, and what you know, far more practical in use, and do this as it seems to transfer both of you. It's hard to tell if anything's different. And then immediately it's as if something relinquishes hold of this child, like, and it goes immediately and relaxes. Yeah, that worked. I don't know what that is, but that worked.
Grab my loot. We are geniuses. By the way.
Surely you two are better at medicine than I am, right?
Oh, I'm sure I am.
Okay.
+4, yeah.
I'm also +4.
Alright.
There you go.
Whoa.
Would you just duplicate? Would mine be good for someone else too?
I don't know.
Doubt it.
Doubt it.
Good try.
Is there enough of you to go around?
Depends on how much healing magic we have.
Peggy thinks yes.
Oh my god.
While they're setting this up, I'm looking to my father. Where's Fetrin?
Missing.
How long?
2 weeks.
Of course she's gone when I need her. Wonderful.
Alright.
And then I guess I'll turn back around at some point in the middle of that interaction and
Here.
picking back up.
Here's what we'll do. We can drain, you all can drain me dry until, well, the staff can't heal me anymore. And then I'll just tune from it and tune to something else.
Sounds good. And then off to destroy whatever this thing is to
The spread.
keep it from getting any further.
All right. So you guys just start mass bleeding him,
Yeah, I'm pumping myself with pure
and then
wounds.
healing him again, filling up vials and vials and vials of this stuff as best you can, and multiplying it, and then giving instructions on how to administer it. This process starts to roll out as you are literally the font of life for these people.
Out of negative blood.
I said that joke earlier.
We were like, oh, the blood banks.
I'm the blood bank.
Vampires love me. Vampire bites me, just dies instantly. Font of life.
Oh.
Turn human. Alright, I feel pretty cold. I think that's enough. Wand's not working.
The as you guys are doing this, you guys are moving throughout the village. It's a somewhat open expanse, surrounded by thick trees in all directions, and there are simple buildings that are all made out of wood. And They're all similar in size, all one story, mostly homes. Public gatherings, schooling, and other such is done outdoors. You see that there are smaller trees that are placed in patches, specifically to help hide the houses from the ground and to some extent from above. It could very well blend in with the rest of the whole area. But all the houses are shorter than one might expect, but still comfortably sized for Loxodons, and not much taller than they have to be. Some of the features of the housings are larger doorways and furniture and the like, but the houses on the whole are similar in size to what would be comfortable for average-sized humanoids. And in the large village square, there's a massive fire pit in the center, stone columns like a Stonehenge placed at the corners, and there are carvings in the columns that are all over, seem to denote some kind of history. There's also large pavilion-type structure off to one side of the square. Looks to be maybe a gathering area or a schooling area, or maybe when there's shelter needed in more expanse. And in the distance, you can hear the low, constant rumbling of a waterfall as a river that seems to be connected not too far from here. All of this, you guys work quickly to administer as much cures to be rolled out and hopefully give a good supply for that to be also spread farther. You have a goal at how to stop this source, and that's on the radar, but it's on the timeline with so many others. What do you guys do next?
I think we're gonna head to the source, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
Before we do that, sorry. I guess I could have done this at the beginning of the day. I'm casting Gift of Alacrity on everybody, and then at some point taking a short rest, and then recovering my arcane recovery slots. But,
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. That's what I'm doing.
No, that's good. Also, a good point of order is that Sophia chimes in with you guys and goes, "He's back up. You should be able to teleport now.
Good work, Sophia.
I'm gonna pass out now."
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Who'd she send to?
You.
We appreciate you.
Tell us.
Get some rest if you can. We found the cure for the plague.
What plague?
Did you send it to me again?
No.
I'll answer. What time is it roughly? What time is it actually?
It's 8 o'clock.
At night?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I've done a lot today.
Do we have time to go after this thing right this second? Do I need to go home? What's the order of operations?
Well,
You know?
my blood is delaying at least.
It's delaying it. We gotta get rid of the source of the problem, though.
Right, we definitely have to do that.
Teleportation's back up. We could
Right.
teleport to your family, get what we need to know. Maybe
I go ahead. I go find the source. I tell you, you teleport to me. You go quick.
We could split. Some of us go to find the source, and some of us.
He's saying he'll go find the source. And, then let us
And
know where
I'm
it
not
is.
letting him go alone.
I would
Who is
never let
this?
him boot.
Ronnie can go with you.
Oh, boot. Oh. Right. No. we
Not that I
split.
don't. I trust you entirely, Boot.
Ronnie
I-
could go with me. It wouldn't be alone.
I don't feel like I need that much backup.
You are just talking to your parents. I can go with them too.
It's a pretty secluded area. I don't feel like I'll be in much danger.
Plus, with all our new digs, we should be alright. We'll just let you know where to teleport to.
Well, if you all die, we'll just meet you back the day before.
Understood, sir. Ronnie can use his sending ring before he dies if that happens. Hell, he'll probably get away.
He already sent it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent it to Penny, I think.
No.
Boot sent to
Sent to Penny.
Who am I saying?
And then he sent
Ronnie.
the pigeon to Sophia.
Oh, yeah, we didn't use
So we
Ronnie.
didn't use
Yeah.
Ronnie's.
so just
So yeah,
tell
Ronnie
Ronnie.
can send you if we're about to die. Just so you know, we can reset
Unless
the
it's
day.
telepathic.
Okay. Yeah, that last
You're right.
that goes across.
Holy shit. We'll be good then.
I know we gotta get back in that habit of remembering
Yeah.
that.
Yep. It's hard.
Yeah.
I know.
And we can teleport to them within 10 minutes? Minute?
A minute.
A
A minute.
All right.
Alright, who's going where?
I'll go with these two. If you three want to go to the.
Don't worry, I'll keep them safe.
Okay. So us three.
Sure.
Who's 3?
You three.
Me.
Me.
Oh, you're not staying?
I mean,
I understand if you do want to stay.
it seemed to be targeting your family, Boot. I'm concerned for your well-being, but also if you're trying to sneak, I will be a problem for that.
I mean, I will too.
I'm still processing the news. I'm kind of dismissing it as if it never happened. I need to try to find Elhai. So,
Do I recognize that name?
believe he's told you about her. Maybe not.
I prefer not to split the party if we can
Maybe it won't be for
I
long.
think the name sounds familiar. No, my notes crashed. I just can't remember if Isaac told me that separately, or if that's something that like the whole party knows.
Definitely the whole party doesn't know, but I think Relaine might know it.
Maybe.
Why don't we just all go stomp this thing out together, and then we'll just teleport to her parents after this, even if it's late,
And spend the night there.
and we'll spend the night there. Tomorrow, teleport back to Cade's place.
Mhm.
Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Not split the party.
It's better than not split.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be horrifying and strong too.
Even if we have to delay our buffs to our ability scores, so be it.
So be it. Books lay around to be read later anyway.
Knowledge, no leash is power.
No leash is power.
Alright. Let's start moving.
And with that, you guys set off to stamp out whatever the source of this is.
Yes.
And after a wild ride of a day, that's where we'll end our session. Thank you guys for coming and playing. And
Crazy.
boy, the chaos that is unbounding. We hope you guys all have a wonderful night, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week.
Stay in school, don't time travel.